Hello, 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 chat. Before we start, thank you, Jedi Dusk, for the gift memberships. I almost said subs. Gift memberships. It's much, much appreciated. I hope everyone's having a good night tonight, a good day. Hope everyone had a good New Year's, didn't drink too much. It's bad for you, don't do it.
I only drink the highest premium quality Dr. Pepper.
So how are you two doing?
I've been drinking nothing but energy drinks for a week, with a little bit of juice sometimes.
You're injecting water in there too, right?
Oh, it's water.
Who needs water?
Okay.
Water's
Fair enough.
bad for you.
No, I don't feel so bad when I think to myself, Occo, you need to drink more water.
So how are you guys doing today?
I'm doing good. Played some Kingdom Come Deliverance. Just kind of shooting the shit, really.
Yeah. I am on day 2 of my subathon, and it's probably going to continue because people donated like an additional 4 hours before this.
Well, chat, today I was hoping we could just do like a quick overview of the BondLive thing and then get straight into Niji Sanji having two more issues, because Niji Sanji just can't go a month without doing something Black Corpish or having their fans do something Black Corpish. But the BondLive people couldn't leave my video well enough alone, and so I have decided that within my means, I'm going to release as much of the information as I can, as long as it doesn't reveal the source of where I got it from.
Yeah, Mizu's been like working really hard with the journalism. It's kind of terrifying. Like out of all 3 of us have different inherent skills, and Mizu seems to be the Twitter person. And you've done like a really good job at grabbing essentially all of the information. You have gotten the complete story from what it sounds like. Would you agree or disagree with that?
I think there's probably a little more extra I could have. The problem is one faction of people involved in this story refuse to speak with me. And they just keep saying, well, you got it wrong, you got it wrong. And it's like, okay, what did I get wrong? And then they go dead silent and refuse to speak. They just disappear.
Yeah. Well, they expect that when they say that, you'll just be like, oh, okay, and then go silent. And that's not going to happen.
Yeah. It's, it started with my YouTube video, chat, because I put out a YouTube video covering the whole BondLive situation. And all of a sudden, like, the views count on it just shot, like, spiked. And I got a whole bunch of comments back to back to back from BondLive management and staff members. Just all at once. Like, it was clearly coordinated. They were clearly sharing it around. And all of them started with the same story of, oh, you got all this wrong. Like, you're just speculating. You don't know what you're talking about. You got it all wrong. And then I pointed out that actually I've interviewed multiple members from the organization. And I actually have a very good grasp on what happened. So then they swapped to, well, the guy that got hurt, he wouldn't want you to talk bad about us. So, like, you should just delete it and go away. It's like, no. Even if he came back personally and told me that he didn't want me trashing the organization, I'd still do it, because you're just a crap organization. Honestly, I think you're a worse Black Corp than Niji at this point.
It's like, okay, honestly, because I haven't looked into any of this, because I've been a busy fish.
Yeah.
And like the way that some of these talents and others are defending this corporation itself, I'm sorry, but you're really no better than the Niji sisters at this point.
Oh, and I'm in agreement that they are worse than Niji Sanji, because like Niji Sanji's done a lot of shit, but like and I'm going to say this with the most nicest possible. This is just disgusting. There's no better way to say it. This is just disgusting. And I guess Niji has a lot longer to climb before they're this low.
Yeah, so if chat's curious about the quick teal deer, because I know some of you just kind of want to get some of the information out quickly. I have found that BondLive on the surface looks like a half-decent organization, but underneath, it is a absolute shit show, where the talents are constantly having, like, knuckle-down, drag-out fights with each other in the Discord, and nobody is, like, putting a stop to it or dealing with it. They have multiple members that are just absolute toxic asshole bullies that nobody wants to like stop or deal with. The recent issue was that somebody, like, the work culture was so toxic and so shitty that they put out a suicide note and they were going to end it all before one of their friends got to their house and caught them. Over, like, some of the members just harassing them because they exposed that one of the members was a minor and had snuck into the organization. Come to find out, the organization knew and didn't care. Because the organization had already found out that the minor had lied about their ID before they even hired them, and they hired them anyways because they don't give a shit. This is one of the worst organizations I've ever seen, and all of the talents the talents that stayed keep messaging me like, oh, we're trying to do better. Like, the CEO really does care. He's trying to make a better place for all of us. Yeah, somebody almost died. That's why he's trying to salvage his reputation, because this is literally, I can't imagine a worse, blacker spot to have on your organization than this, genuinely speaking.
And some of the reason, like, just basic inference from what you've told us tonight, some of the reasons why he's trying to salvage it makes it even worse. And I honestly hope that like this is the end for him and his company, because like if this is how bad he's willing to let it get, I hope that everybody knows how bad this company is, and two, nobody comes again, because this is just disgusting that you let it get to this point. Like, yeah, I don't know.
Another excuse a lot of them keep trying to use is and this one's I've mostly seen from managers on Twitter and some of the YouTube comments, is they're saying they didn't have enough staffers to deal with everything. It's like, you don't need enough staffers to deal with everything. You've only got, like, at max 15 talents total. I can handle that with one person. Like, not necessarily doing all of their business work with one person. You just need one person in the Discord to make sure they aren't starting shit with each other. That's all you need. And you couldn't manage that. It's literally bare bones. You could not handle it. Can't the company get in trouble for hiring the minor? No.
They're a Japanese company.
I mean, like, Bull handles us pretty well, and Bull handles everybody. Bull literally hires everybody that he sees. He's hired like almost 2 other people recently, who I won't say unless he wants to do a special announcement. But like, Bull is still picking up people. It's like, man, can you manage all this? Apparently, he does the Jewish guy does a better job than you guys.
I mean, I also told him to slow his fucking roll, but yeah, you know.
Yeah. So it's just like, I don't know how this couldn't be managed better. Like, especially with the bully. Like, okay, how can you not handle the bullying? Like, if
don't go
you
off
have
on too many tangents.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, but like it just bothers me.
It's like, I know Bond has like a good handful of like branches of talent and everything in the like IRAM thing. That's a separate streaming site, streaming app or whatever. Bond is its own separate thing. So leave the IRAM, however it's pronounced, leave them alone. They're not part of it. But it's like, honestly, you need to make sure that all of your talents are behaving, because we're still seeing what kind of shit is happening in Niji Sanji. And the only thing that Niji Sanji knows how to do is just sweep for their favorites. And unfortunately, it seems like they're doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, chat, I think what we have to do is we have to kind of start from the beginning. You two fine with that?
I am totally fine with that.
All right. So, boop. Here we have our Twitter screen. The BondLive EN VTuber agency. This is the agency we're talking about today. You can see that at the very least, their English branch, not super big. Their Japanese branch is, never checked, 10K.
A little bit about the same.
For an organization that's really not that big, having so many talents attached to it. Boop. So they're the subject of discussion today. And it started with this, which I just have this because it's easier to have all this collected together.
Hold on a second. Before we continue, someone's saying 9 people who were debuted, but how many were behind the scenes, especially with all the issues you don't know? Well, it's like, unfortunately, all we can do, especially with every single one of these companies, is speculate. All we can do is speculate about Niji Sanji. All we can do is speculate about Bond. All we can do is speculate about V Shoujo.
Well, no, I'll
It's
clarify that. I'm not speculating, I just know. I'm tired of people telling me I'm speculating. I've already talked to so many different talents from this organization. You guys need to shut up, genuinely.
He knows.
And it's like, I'm just saying, like, you know, as an overall for everyone who, you know, talks about things like this, like people who are just viewers and, you know, enjoy seeing like all these different posts and stuff. All the average person can do is speculate, because not everyone is just gonna go and ask talents like what the heck is going on. And even like most of the time talents can't even say what's going on because they're under NDA.
Yeah.
So it's like, unfortunately, we can do our best, but we will never get the full picture. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Except for Mizu. Mizu's pretty much gotten it all.
These are some of the people that have quit or graduated completely. Is actually almost, I think their entire Gen 2 is gone. Almost the entire thing. And I will point out, chat, there is no rhyme or reason to the people that left and the people that stayed. You would think that there's like clear dividers in like what's going on here. There is 100% not. Some of the bullies are still in the company. Some of the bullies graduated. Some of the people that hate management are still in the company, and some of them are gone.
Why?
No clue.
Okay.
Because a lot of the ones, I only know for the ones that have talked to me that are basically anti-management. And the ones that have stayed are because if you leave, you will lose your IP. They don't own their IPs. You have to stream, I think 300 hours before you get to keep your IPs.
Well, and I will
Decent
address
chunk of time.
this and ask specifically be left out of this kind of conversation due to their mental health being greatly affected. Well, unfortunately, when you post things on social media, it is...
No, I'll stop you there, and I'll stop this person there. I literally didn't talk about them. That's something that a lot of you keep bringing up. Oh, these people asked to not be included in the conversation. Where are they included? Where did I ever mention them other than this is their public statement? That I'm not even talking about them. It's like, boop, there's their public statement. Have fun, guys. Stop telling me I'm bringing in people who didn't want to be brought into it. I have not brought in anybody else. That's the huge issue with BondLive. You're all just lying for them, and it's annoying.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just like for overall, anything you post on the internet can and will be used for, you know, drama tubers and news tubers and whatever else. Because Mizu may be the first one to talk about it, you know that others are going to talk about it.
Yeah.
And it's like everything has already been archived by various archiving sites as well.
Yeah.
Like, people should be happy I'm the one that talked about it, because I had a really deep amount of respect for the original, like, suicide note document. Because it's something I have personal experience with. But that's the other thing, chat. So that's what all these graduations came from. This guy put out this really long tweet, which is basically a suicide note. It starts with, this is my last will, this is my last will and testament. This will be the last post you ever see from me. Like, that is a rough thing to wake up to.
Yeah.
And this entire, like, thing here is him citing toxic aspects of the company. Which is one reason I really hate that people keep trying to get me to stop reading this. Like, no, this is important. This is him saying, yeah, BondLive is a shit company and I hate it. And they treat me terribly. And everything that goes on here is awful. And they're like, yeah, no, stop reading that. Why would you read that? A lot of people have tried to claim that this guy does not want anybody to see this. He still hasn't taken it down. and he's posted new stuff since this, so
he's obviously like
he
on
could
his
have
accounts
deleted
now.
it if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Here's kind of the translation. The translation is a little rough because it's Google. He basically talks about how some of it's like self-doubt, like he feels incompetent and all this other stuff. He talks about how ex-streamers would like basically start shit with him and try and leak his information. This is the one part that a lot of people brought up. Somebody was underage and they had falsified their age to join the company. He technically discovered this and brought it to management's attention. However, we find out later that management had already known for months. They just didn't care. And they only cared after he found out because they're like, oh shit, somebody else knows. That was that caused the streamer to get upset with him and start leaking his information. Here's another thing. So I wasn't going to talk about the minor at all because I don't like talking about the minors. Even if they were kind of a shitty person, I really don't like bringing up the names of minors and stuff. However, they have since deleted their Twitter, they have wiped their YouTube, and they only came back to try and start shit with me on YouTube. So the minor is Coda. Just releasing it. Coda was the minor. She was the bully. She was the one that started the shit with Peter. She didn't do it alone. She had help. One of the people she streamed with, Kaika, yeah, she was the other bully. Like I'm not defending you guys anymore. I'm not hiding it. I'm not like a little back room like, oh, you know, there was a bully somewhere in the organization. No, it was you two. And there were others. I don't have confirmation on the others yet, but I do have members that are still involved in the company that are telling me there are others and who they are. But until I get direct confirmation proving it, I won't say anything.
I will just assume that if you are going to be this gung-ho for the company, I'm going to side-eye you and say, yeah, I'm just going to side-eye you for that reason. So I don't know why these people are like so heavy to defend the company like this, unless there's something they still think that they can get out of it. Yeah. Or they're being threatened. Or, you know, here's an alternate idea that I didn't think about. Do you think management could just be using their accounts to try and pretend to be them?
We'll get to that later. Don't speculate too much.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
But this whole document is him basically listing all of his grievances, how like shitty he felt. He does mention that one of the reasons he doesn't want to leave is because he still wants to be a manager to some of the talents, and he doesn't want to leave them high and dry. Which I've also heard in the past is just a general Japanese thing, where Japanese people do not like to leave a company unless they have like someone to fill their slot. It's a kind of weird worker loyalty thing.
That's kind of cute, but it's also toxic to yourself sometimes. But I get it. Also,
just clarify in chat, no, it was not a JP talent. They have like kind of vaguely Japanese names, but they're both. This whole thing was English related. Peter was for some reason doing management for I think just the whole company in general, because everyone seemed to recognize him as like a talent manager, like literally every single talent. But basically this is just kind of how he ends it. He is under a whole lot of stress. We do have confirmation he is okay now. He even retweeted it on his page. It is this person, who's his friend, mentions that they went to his house to check on him. They forced him to leave with them so they could take care of him, and he's good.
It's good. It's good to know that he's around people that care about him, because thank fucking God.
Yes. That's a rare thing these days, so I'm glad that he has somebody with him.
This also kind of reveals like something that annoyed me with management was management sees the note and they say, we're going to go to Peter's house later. And then they go later and they're like, so we went to Peter's house later and he wasn't there, so we're probably going to think about calling the police. It's like, what? Like you're dragging your feet at like every point of this. You just don't seem like you care. The first thing I would have done was police and welfare check. because they knew where he lived. They were his boss. They had his information. It had to be luckily one of his real life friends were there, which is likely why he didn't answer the door, because he'd already left with them, which is good. This is one of the complaints I have with a lot of the talents. A lot of the talents keep trying to say, I'm trying to, like, drag Peter into this and, like, shit talk him. Where? He had a rough go of it. Like, I don't understand why people keep trying to act like I hate him. No, I feel really bad for him. This is a really shit situation to be in. And he needs way better friends, honestly.
Yes.
Or way better employees, I guess.
No, he's got good friends. He just needs like management. He needs people that oversee him that actually give a fuck, because these don't people seem to give a fuck at all. I'm not going to speculate, but they just don't seem like they give a fuck.
Some of the talents do, some of the talents don't. What's weird is some of the talents that really started shit with him tried to act like they were deeply affected by this note from him. Don't know why. I think they were trying to kind of cover themselves and look a little bit better.
The bullies? Is that who you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when I ended up making this whole big post, though, which I also got criticism for this post, because some of them were like, what are you, we'll get into that in a minute. But this was in order, everything I could get from talking to multiple different talents. So, a miner faked their ID to join BondLive, which we know now is Coda. And we also know that the miner faked their ID months ago in May. So, it's really weird that it's just coming up now. Peter found out and exposed the information internally, which is good. Peter's a good boy. He did what he was supposed to do.
Yes.
Part that was left out in the middle here is management didn't care. For some reason, management wanted to keep Coda and seemed to think that if they fired Coda, it would look bad on them, which it would. The miner, in retaliation, exposed Peter's private IRL information and either pushed for him to be harassed personally, or the harassment came naturally from friends and allies of the miner. This is something that people have claimed is not true, that the miner did not start shit with Peter. But in Peter's post, he says specifically the miner did it. So I don't understand where they're getting that information from, unless they're just lying. The harassment did continue for like months without any action from the company, and it compounded with other stressful aspects of the BondLive work culture, which is a crappy work culture, which led to his note. The extreme turn of events obviously upset basically a bunch of the talents. A part that I did not know at the time, but I have since been shown, is it wasn't just that specific event and the bullies. There were other talents who, when this information came out, they were very nonchalant about it and did not care. And some of them just said, in general, very mean things regarding him. One of these specific examples they gave me was someone said, why would we want to stay and work with someone who says these kind of things in relation to Peter's note? So some of the talents...
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
Don't go harassing random talents, because I have not been given like super specifics on what talents said what, but some of them just sucked. And did not seem to care about Peter at all. And then this is where the BondLive management goes into full damage control mode and locks out the talents from their own internal Discord, claiming it's bad for their mental health. Some of the management has come onto my YouTube video to say this is incorrect, that they immediately unlocked it and all is good. I have confirmed that as of today, it is still locked out for multiple talents. Multiple talents still do not have access to basically the entire Discord, except for just their generation's one singular chat room. I have also confirmed that management has gone through and deleted a ton of messages from Coda and Kaiku. Specifically those two, because of the bullying, and they didn't want people saving pictures of it.
So they're trying to get rid of the evidence that she was even speaking.
Yes.
Or is Coda a boy?
Coda was a bully.
No, a boy or a girl?
I don't know. I don't care.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't matter.
I mean, that doesn't matter. Fair. I just want to much gender them or whatever. Doesn't matter.
After this, I obviously updated it to the Peter was fine because I didn't know that at the time for the first one. We also got 2 messages from management in this in relation to Peter. The first one was, this is the CEO, by the way, Sumiyoshi. Everyone, I'm very sorry for this situation. Very unfortunate that some people are leaving. I went to Peter's house today and he wasn't there. I'm contacting the police. For now, I think the priority is to wait for contact with Peter. I'll let you know when I'm able to get in contact with him ASAP. Thank you for understanding. Sorry for my bad English. Again, like, you could chalk some of this up to bad English, but the thing I always found really annoying about this statement was the very start where he says, it's unfortunate some people are leaving. That's not the thing to say. That's not how to open up the statement when something like this is happening.
No.
And then when they confirmed Peter was okay, he replied with, hi all, as this tweet, Peter is now with his friend. He is okay now. I am still not able to talk with him, but after he take a break and recover, I will contact with his friend or blank. This is my favor. Please do not comment message to him directly for now. Thank you. This statement really confuses me, by the way. Because a whole bunch of the talent members keep telling me that they've all talked with Peter. And nobody, first off, nobody could prove it. Just point blank none. Nobody's willing to prove that they have talked with him personally.
Yeah, again, it's just like multiple times people were like saying that you got shit wrong. Has nobody reached out to you that said that? I'm assuming not. But like, you would think that if these people are ready to disprove everything, like, I mean, DMs are open right now. If you want to disprove everything, if Mizu is ultra super duper wrong, please DM us to prove, and we will shut down the stream right now. Yeah. But I don't think you will, because you know you're in the wrong, and you're just trying to get us to stop streaming.
But
and
yeah,
I trust this.
This throws me off because he claims he doesn't want anybody talking to Peter, and he even says that he hasn't talked to Peter yet. But numerous talents have been like, yeah, no, we've all talked with Peter. We've all like been on the phone with him and chatted. Like, he's all good. He disagrees with what you're doing, and he doesn't want to be involved in this. You guys are lying. I'm gonna hands down bar none say it. You're lying. Even the management, like, their own statement doesn't really coincide with what you've said. I can't believe y'all. Personally,
I don't believe them. Period. If they say if they say anything, either in the comments or here, unless I see photo proof, you're lying.
Yep. And then this is where the first time somebody reaches out to me that is on management side, and this defines like every time management has spoken to me or somebody on management side has spoken to me, they all say the exact same thing or some permutation of it. And it's Erebus Gray here. Do not spread information unless you are given the right to by either management or talents. I only ask this because this is an extremely emotional time for all of us, and we do not have any privacy as we are corporate idols. As of right now, it is confirmed that our beloved manager Peter is safe. BondLive did try to do damage control, but what most talents who either graduated or are doing is trying to ask for a break. Yesterday, we watched everything go up into flames. This has been an ongoing issue. This has not gotten resolved. This is not the wake-up call any of us wanted, nor any of us needed. Our first priority is seeing our manager safe. Once that happens, most of us will resume until it does. We will not be sharing information. All I ask is that as of right now, we respect Peter's privacy, support his mental health, and I beg everyone, please stop digging. It will come out, and if it doesn't, we will make it. Please, unless the information is 100% factual, backed by proof from talents, genmates, or management, do not spread it. We are all suffering.
Well, good thing you have at least one of those that messaged you about it.
This is stupid. And people got really upset that I like called Erebus out for this. But if they had actually read my tweet, I mentioned multiple times that I've talked with talents. I am interviewing talents. I have screenshots of what is going on in the Discord. Stop pretending like you speak for everybody.
You probably still are getting screenshots. I mean, it's literally going to take that Discord server being actively deleted and all the talents pushed out for that to stop coming.
Thank you for mentioning the blacklist, Mai, because this is something I wasn't going to mention, but I am going to mention now because I'm kind of tired of Erebus starting shit. The only reason Erebus is still in BondLive is because they are the family member to a very large corporate VTuber.
What? Wait, what? Do we know who?
I will
Even
not
if-
say.
Even if we knew who, that's not shit that we have the liberty of putting out there. But
So yeah, I'm
no.
perfectly confident I'm probably blacklisted from any major org because Erebus is going to go cry to their family member and tell them that I was mean to them. But I know for a fact that's why BondLive wants to keep them around. That's why they're BondLive's little golden girl, and BondLive puts all of their work into Erebus. I'm like fucking tired of you people.
And I don't want to be in a big corpo. I'm already in one. And you want to know why I'm in one? Because because of my manager.
I'm not gonna sit here and like guard you guys' secrets anymore. Like I was willing to like leave some of this information out, but if you guys are gonna continue like flinging garbage at me and refusing to accept that I might know something because I've talked to people, then yeah, fine. I'm gonna throw you under the bus. It's the same. Like I wasn't gonna mention Coda's name. I was just gonna be like, oh, there was a minor and the minor was a bully and da 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 da. No, like fuck
Man.
you guys. I'm tired of this. Your entire corporation is corrupt, and the only people that are still in your corporation that are willing to talk to me have had their accounts confiscated because they're trying to see who was talking to me. I hate your corporation, genuinely.
Mm-hmm.
You're terrible people. Yeah, sorry, chat. Spoiler alert. I have very minimal contact with the people who are giving me information from within the organization because the CEO has confiscated their Twitter accounts to try and figure out who was talking to me. And I know for a fact one of them has been caught.
And this is why, pro tip for any corpos or future corpos that want to leak information, use a burner account. Don't use your corpo account because more than likely these girls were probably under NDA. Use a burner if you're going to contact people.
It's a breach of privacy.
That's not a breach of privacy. I'm tired of dealing with this crap, guy.
And also, it's not really a breach in privacy if we don't give.
I don't give a fuck. Your organization almost got a man killed, and you don't care. I don't fucking care if it's a breach of your privacy.
Niji sister behavior, honestly.
A man almost died.
Yeah,
And this is how you're gonna act?
This is kind of one of the pieces I had that I wasn't going to mention Coda at all, but then they showed up on my YouTube video to say this is incredibly insensitive no matter how you put it. The things we've worked through was not to be put in a drama video. This is just you using Bond as cow for clicks. You may have interviewed people, but that still doesn't give you the right. Coda, you were one of the people that harassed him. You were one of the people that caused the situation. I'm not dealing with this from you guys. You're lying to make yourselves look better.
Suddenly privacy matters.
And that was here's another one, right, chat? So somebody came up with this
Jedi, thank you.
Thank you, Jedi.
Somebody came up with this update, right? Called like Ganymede. They don't know what they're
Ganymede.
talking about. So they claim that they have gotten all of their information from like talking to people, but they have regularly like just gotten stuff wrong that I've seen. And they've been on management side since the start. Before any of this spilled, like the day everyone graduated, they were running around replying to everybody saying like, oh no, you need to you need to not talk about this. You need to like stop talking. Remember, this doc isn't for use like this. You put it out publicly. I'm not playing you guys' game anymore. Stop putting stuff out publicly. That's the problem, chat. You can see it with like the BondLive dick riders in the chat. Who, a lot of them, by the way, are actually on staff. So, whatever. They keep telling people that they can't discuss stuff that's posted in public. Like, if all of you were really in this, like, deep conversation with each other, you wouldn't constantly be posting this stuff publicly on Twitter. You would be in your Discord talking to people. The reality is there is a massive divide in BondLive right now. I'm not allowed to use your document for this. I'm allowed to use your document for whatever I want to use it for.
And this is a is this a copy? Did you make, is this the one, the copy?
This isn't a copy, but I do have a copy.
I also have a copy.
And I also have a copy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This has been a huge issue. You guys can see it in chat now. This has been a huge issue with BondLive.
Oh, yes.
They're refusing to talk about anything in private, but they're also publicly claiming they're all very close. They're like a little family, and they're all very deeply connected. You posted it for Peter? Who did you talk to then? I don't think you posted it for Peter, because some of the stuff in here is just wrong, and it shows that you didn't even read, like, Peter's post.
I don't trust you. I just don't.
Like, yeah, and you've been on management side since day one. I don't know what you're talking about that you don't like BondLive. Since day one, every post you made is like, oh, be nice to the organization. You know, they don't want people to talk about it. We need to wait for, like, you know, information from on high from the CEO before we talk about things. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. You aren't on management side. You're 100% on management side. Also, you showed up in my YouTube video to, like, just yell at me.
Can I just say, and I blame Alara for this, I hate it when people are like, please don't use this for drama. If you don't want us to talk about it, then don't put it out there. Don't let it get to the point where somebody almost takes their fucking life because you can't handle the people in your own org. That's the problem. It got to the point where now it got out to the public, and you have to deal with the fact that you have people like us that will talk about it because you couldn't handle it. You don't get to control the narrative anymore now that it's out there. You just can't. You have to deal with it and let people roll with it. That's what happens every single time something like this happens.
Here we go, really quick chat. I asked Lumi and Occo if I could do this and just kind of cover some of the comments I got on this.
You are more than welcome to. I love reading the comments. I read some of them myself.
So this is the guy we're kind of mentioning right now, Gaindameed, who's saying that we can't use their document right. Showed up to my little YouTube video to say, you're literally disgusting. So many people begged for this not to be used as content since it was a sensitive issue. You're foul. You are disgusting and using this for your own content and personal gain. You're horrible for using this. He had mentioned that people would target it and that he has been targeted by people like you. Disgusting. Delete this.
Ganymede, do you feel like an anime villain or some sort of anime hero giving like a protagonist speech talking like I bet that's how you feel like. I bet you feel like you're in your favorite little anime and that's what you're talking about right now, because that's what they all act like. They all act like they have to get up on their soapbox. They have to act like a preachy little person and say, you can't do this. This is not what a good person would do. It's like, I don't give a shit. A good person stands up for the guy that literally almost killed himself because you guys wouldn't handle it.
But
as far as I'm concerned, you are the bad guy. Sorry.
But no, chat, this is why a lot of them have been just super annoying lately. They don't want anything, like, fixed, right? They want you guys making fun now. Yes, I'm making fun of you guys sounding like an anime villain.
Making fun of you.
While you try and get on your high horse about a guy you don't care about and you don't know because you think it makes you look better. Like, I genuinely don't think any of you care or know about Peter. Like, genuinely, I haven't, from what I've seen from, like, screenshots of the Discord, like, do any of you know who he is? Because either you're not in the Discord or you're not one of the people that are in there talking nicely to him.
No. It's like,
if you guys
yeah, I'm making fun of you.
Him, you would want his story spread wider so people realize how toxic this company is. So no people have to deal with this again. Also, I don't have to be in Bond. I don't have to be in a company to recognize that when your employees start trying to kill themselves, you're doing something wrong.
No,
That
no.
was
Like
why I talked about it before. I used to do tech support, right? And
That's
I
cool.
quit tech support after like a month because the work culture and like the work you had to do was so toxic and so overbearing that I genuinely wanted to off myself.
I'm
And then when I
sorry.
went to go tell my manager like how close it was, Peter's a close friend of yours, but you didn't talk to Peter. Just so we're clear, according to your document, you never talked to Peter. You talked to people around Peter. You got information about Peter. You have never talked to Peter, according to your own document. So, no, I don't believe Peter's a close friend of yours. I don't believe you even know who he is. Genuinely.
We forgot to post a stream on Twitter. Oh, hold on a moment.
Who did? What?
Maybe we didn't. I need to have access to the UTT account again so I can do that eventually. But that's not a concern right now. I'll just post it and you can retweet it.
Perhaps. But no, that's not a big deal right now.
No, it's not. No. It's just a background thing. You're doing the talking. I'm doing the laughing.
Let me, you've been quiet. Do you have thoughts?
Huh? No.
It is kind of a hard thing. Listen, I get it. This is a hard thing to talk about. My way of coping with the fact that, because like dealing with a traumatic experience like this, my way of coping is to laugh at the people that literally like caused this. That's the only way I could get over it. Because yeah, this is a very depressing thing, and it does take me to very dark places to think about shit like that. So the only thing I can do is switch and say, man, you guys are fucking stupid for how you acted. Hold myself back. It's like, I don't know.
Oh, that's another thing. People keep saying that he doesn't want his story used for content thing. It's not using it for content. His story is a small part of your shitty organization that's falling apart right now because it's evil. But yeah, chat. So we got a lot of fun comments from people who I know are either talents or they work for the company. Some of them got really long, like the Ophelia Breyer one. Should read through it a bit since it seems to be derailing a little. Oh, there was nothing of value in it. I could go through it real quick if you're really curious because it's only 2 pages. So the first one is the misinterpretation of doxed information. As I've been told, it wasn't the minor that leaked the personal information, but a collection of people from the past, ex-talents, people outside the company, etc. The minor was one of the people that took part in it. So this is one of those things where I don't understand where they got this from. Misuse of personal information. An anonymous person had posting something on Twitter that violated privacy rules, attempting to tie Peter's private personal Facebook profile to his VTuber Twitter account. Since then, the post has been deleted, but still posed a major safety concern. It has also been stated that the minor involved has been noted to be purposefully spreading information. Which, again, weird that you recognize that the minor is part of the problem, but then you try and, like, kind of change it at parts. Spread of hate and threats. I will say I was misinterpreting it when I stated the minor doxed him, but it was true. I will say Peter has been doxed. This led to him receiving multiple death threats and harmful messages from people. This takes a heavy toll on the mentality of people, and I really cannot stress enough when I say this community can be toxic. Like, yeah, water's wet, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Drama and entertainment. So this is the thing, like, this is, like, this whole big section here. This part of the document will not have segments, but will be written in a full section. Peter has been targeted quite a few times by people and drama VTubers. He has been targeted by talents attempting to leave, being attacked by people for the behaviors of talents, most of which he was unaware of, and has had his job threatened or toyed with by exposing documents. These documents contain mixtures of different information, more false than true. It has been stated that these usually are used as threats to prevent him from doing anything. Peter has also taken the heat for the dissolving of the reality and YouTube branches of the company. He's been taking hits more than the real people responsible for the issues or charges. In his post, Peter mentions how exposing streamers will always find a way to make content out of the dissatisfaction of people. He also mentions that this can happen when a streamer becomes dissatisfied and quits on their own terms, which only further proves his point. I would like to note that Peter was the only manager capable of speaking English in the company during many of these instances. He was managing anywhere between 20 to 40 people in 2 different branches. Naturally, things will be misconstrued, fail to get relayed, or they won't receive answers. I'd also like to note that he was doing his job. There were things he couldn't talk about, then he wouldn't talk about them. Many people fail to remember that he was a hired worker, not just some volunteer or indie manager. So, none of this, like, this is what I assume they're meaning. They're trying to get to Peter doesn't want him used for content. That's not what is being said here. It's being said that Peter was attacked by people who were claiming that he was like this evil backroom mastermind that was destroying the company from the shadows. That's not what I'm saying at any point. At every step of the way, all I've said is Peter was a victim of this company and their toxic corporate culture that did not give a shit about him.
It's very obvious too.
Like, I don't understand why people keep acting like I am the same as people that want Peter destroyed.
And it's like, okay, for whoever is in Bond right now, and you guys are talking in our chat, can you confirm or deny if Peter is the only one managing all of these talents? Because if he is, the company is severely fucked up. Because no one person can manage so many fucking talents.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I would say that the bigger you grow as a content creator, you need a dedicated person for just you. And I highly doubt that that's the case for all these people. But you really need multiple people for that. He is? Yeah. If that's true, that's fucked. That is fucked. I'm sorry. Holy shit.
He is, and that's why
talents?
I don't understand why people keep trying to defend this company. And they're like, oh, Peter doesn't want content made out of this. Peter is currently, like, hidden from the internet because he almost offed himself because his company is a toxic cesspool of hate and villainy. It's probably worse than I've ever seen.
And it's like, okay, all right. It's like Peter is not the content here. He's not. He is the fucking victim in all of this.
Yes.
Bond as a company is, you know, the topic here. Bond is the fucking topic. The bully fucking VTubers are the fucking topic. Peter, I am happy he's safe. He needs to find a better job because he does not deserve this treatment whatsoever. It's like, I know this is asking a fucking lot, but there should be like at least one manager for every 5 talent. At the very least.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
Peter's
much.
been the victim for years, and instead of showing up to Bond and the bullies and telling them they suck, you're showing up to us and telling us that we shouldn't tell people that Peter's been a victim.
Yeah.
I'm just letting you guys know that's how it comes off to most people, is you're here defending Bond from us when we're like, it really sucks what happened to Peter. Peter seems like a nice boy. Like, how dare you say that? You're disgusting drama mongers.
And just to be fair, yes, I do like to talk about drama, but this is like, again,
Competing with Whacker at this point. Whacker was better, unironically. They lost to Whacker.
They lost to Whacker. Oh man, that is not a trophy that you want to have. Oh fuck.
Some of this is not useful, like Japan does not have an ID check requirement. That's true. Japan doesn't really care about the ID thing. It's been known for years that there are a lot of idols in Japan that are underage. It's kind of whatever. Timeline of events: the minor was reported by someone else who had happened to notice she was a minor. Said minor was reported for enacting on not safe for work topics and streams, having a wish list with adult items on it, and attempting to meet up with male streamers.
What the fuck?
With evidence she was a minor, they requested to do an ID check to make sure. She kept claiming she didn't have an ID. The minor claimed the ID was leaked to everyone. It was not. Next day, she claimed to have gotten a new ID and sent in an edited one. The minor reportedly attempting to gather negative information on management and the company. This is reported by multiple people. I don't know where any of this comes from, because I have confirmation that they knew in May that she was a minor. they knew that she had already given a fake ID back in May. They still hired her in June, and they intentionally kept it under wraps for months. Eventually,
Why?
Peter somehow stumbled across that her ID was fake and that she was using a male ID because she had submitted her brother's ID in order to get into the company. At that point, he brought up to management that the ID was fake. After that, it was probably just like a little song and dance with the CEO because the CEO did not want to get rid of them for whatever reason.
Why? Why? I want to know. Like that's
the only
almost
information.
That's creepy to me.
Like the only information I seem to have been able to get out of it was the CEO thought it would look bad on them if they fired a talent that had recently been hired. That's about it. But
it looks worse if they're a minor. It looks worse if the people find out that you hired a minor.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Look at the no-fee thing with Occo.
Just do people exactly? It's like, do people not learn? Do people not learn that hiring a minor is a bad idea? Every single time we cover this, don't hire fucking minors. I don't want them in my space. I'm sorry.
This last bit, I have no idea what they're talking about. So they say, first off, there have already been claims that Peter's note was for attention. It was not. That mindset is exactly what toxic cesspool this community has become. People have claimed he's attempting to play victim cards or win pity points. That is not true. Peter needs time to heal and needs peace. Literally never seen anybody say this. Even from like the talents that are in the Discord that are shit talking Peter, I have not seen them say something like this. They've said really sus stuff that is bad. I don't think I've specifically seen anybody say the victim card or win pity points. I need to know where you're getting this from. Second off, there are other rumors spreading around that other talent streamers are using this situation to create their own following. Yeah, the BondLive talents that are leaving.
Yeah, rightly so, and I wish them the best. I mean, I would leave. I just, if I found out that like this was our company, I'd be like, I'd be gone so quick. Yeah. Holy fuck.
Oh yeah, I agree with Rebellion here. Just announced that you fired them for lying about their age. Don't see a problem fixing a mistake like that.
Yeah. I mean, maybe it gets leaked out later that you knew, but like, it's still worse to keep them because then it makes me look at you and say, why did you keep them after you knew?
Yep.
I'm just...
something else I had chat is, here, we'll go ahead and show it to you guys. So, we kind of knew that, Koda and Kaiku were the sort of villains of the story. They were bullies in the company. They were well-known bullies. This was shortly after Peter's note. One of the talents had already had a event scheduled for some merch they were doing. So obviously, like, time doesn't... I think the best way to say this is the world doesn't stop turning. Like, what happened with him? Absolutely tragic. But if you're actually trying to do this as a job, like a lot of these people were trying to do, it makes sense that they're going to keep their schedule because they're just going to try and push through it. Especially this person, because they had like a big merch thing, and this was supposed to be their very last stream for the merch thing to get it made. So I could see why they wanted to keep that, right?
They probably had a job agreements. Like canceling that probably would have cost them money.
Yeah. So they still went to go live with it, and then Kaiku starts. This is Kaiku, by the way. We see them down here later. Starts with streaming right now to finish a fucking event for merch. Really shows your views on the matter. Can't believe you value a fucking event over a life. And look, 6 people hearted that, right? Like, even if this was your genuine opinion of her continuing this stream while the Peter thing is happening, that's not the way to go about addressing it. In like a company where you're all together. This is in their company chat, by the way. Coda jumps in with question marks. Not sure what makes people think that it's even alright to mention the event during these incredibly hard times when everyone's all over the place. But streaming and trying to push to the top during the event, trying to take advantage of the lack of streams because everyone is distraught. Like, you can see already, you can read it, that this is like what their company culture is. It's like this game of one-upmanship where they're constantly trying to put each other down to make it to the top. And 7 people hearted this.
I bet you all those people are also bullies.
That's like what this company just is behind closed doors.
Gosh.
And then Kaika follows up with, genuinely hear and go fuck yourself. You make me sick. I don't care what flack I get for saying this. This is their company. This is what poor Peter has to put up with on a daily basis.
What is that? What is that one's name again? It's Kaika? I hope that your family member that's in a big corporate was fucking disgusted with you right now.
Coda is the one with the... Not Coda.
Is it Coda?
Erebus. Erebus has a family member in a big corpo. They're also the top of BondLive. They're the biggest VTuber in BondLive.
If Erebus had like any sense, she would fucking walk from this. Because if I was your family member, I would look at this and say, I will never associate with you again. Because this
Let's
is
not schizo out too much, Occo.
Yeah,
I know. It's just holy fuck.
We got to get you a gag at some point.
Yep.
I already have one. I just refuse to wear it.
That's how this is like kind of regularly been going, chat. I have some other stuff in here as well. So one of the other things that popped up, because I really wanted to focus more on the company itself and the constant infighting that's going on inside of it. Several of the talents in BondLive had some form of disability, like physical, mental, that kind of stuff. And Kaika, as well as another member, would constantly accuse them of faking it for attention, and they would regularly call them ableist for faking having disabilities. They got the talents kicked out of collab chats and collab rooms by telling people that they were faking their disabilities for attention to try and get a leg up on the other talents. One of the talents got support from their community, and they started like harassing the members of that talent's community to tell them that, oh, they're faking it, you need to stop giving them attention, they suck. I don't want to say which talents specifically, but
your stream is paused for me. I can't see it.
Well, because I don't have it up. This is my DMs.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The ableist project, yeah.
Lazy Viking says, in the coming weeks, some Bond talents, past or present, will engage in epic mudslinging of each other to cover their behinds.
Oh, they've already started. So a lot of my sources have told me they're just already there's so much infighting because they're trying to figure out who was actually sending me information that they're just harassing everybody in hopes that somebody's going to crack and fess up. That's how bad their company, like, internal is right now. They're just left and right. Everyone is hating everyone to try and figure out who's blabbing.
And also, like, I don't think any of us really browse, like, VT or anything to see if any talents posted things on there. I wouldn't fucking doubt if someone did.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't doubt it at all.
That's, kind of like where this is, where you see a lot of these talents in my YouTube comments. It's like, oh, you know, there's a lot of other people who aren't talking to you, and they don't want this like information out there, right? It's like, no, they do, but they're afraid to talk to me because you're constantly harassing them. Like, do you really think they're on your side because you have harassed them into silence? They're not. They're just scared. Because
I want a Fed post.
Have to trim some information, chat.
Okay, what company is this? Bond EN. Oh, BondLive EN. However they have their Twitter set up. You know what? Just because I'm thinking about go check.
Also from my source, because I had a bunch of people tell me that Erebus was a really nice and sweet person. They told me that Erebus was actually really rude and snarky to them all the time, and they think one of the reasons Erebus stays with the company is because they've spent over $2,000 on commissions of their character.
Wow. 2,000. Is that a speculation, or do they like have a? Were they able to offer you any proof of that?
Oh yeah, here was a new post from their CEO today, Sumiyoshi. Hello everyone. I would like to add information about name. I talked with him by message yesterday and today. He is okay, but still need to take a rest. I will contact, just say hello, with him every day. Also, internally, I need to discuss about this whole story with other managers, IREM Incorporated, and our parent company after New Year's holidays. I need a time and think about how we should manage and operate this agency. Please give me time to think about it. I apologize for causing everyone a lot of worry. I know this is my fault, so I will try my best to make it good for everyone, including graduated. I wanted to share his condition first. Thank you for your support. Sorry for my bad English, but I wanted to tell you by your own words. I hope your New Year's will be nice. This is again, going back to the other document. Supposedly the manager is like one of the only people to talk to Peter. So I don't really understand where everybody is getting these conversations with Peter from. So is the manager lying and all of you are in contact with him? Stop spreading slander about an innocent person. They're not innocent.
Who?
Erebus.
Oh no, they're definitely not innocent.
Like,
from
at the
what
very
I've
least,
seen,
they're trying to cover up for the company.
Yeah, from what you've shown me, no, not at all. No.
And here's the thing, chat, because I kind of mentioned this with some people. You know how easy it is to not get involved with this? Don't say anything. That's why it doesn't make any sense. If they really didn't want to get involved with it, all they have to do is just not say anything. But they keep injecting themselves into it. And then when I ask them in return, hey, okay, so what did I get wrong? What information am I missing? They just ignore it. And they won't reply anymore. Also, yeah, slander has to be false. You can't just say they called me a dick. That's not gonna fly in court. I'm allowed to think you're a dick. Sorry.
Oh man, it looks like the one thread that all this is being talked on is no longer available. I don't know if it was archived or what. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh well, indeed.
You know, one of the fun, surprising things I thought about this picture of Koda and Kaika yelling at this person for doing the live stream. The person who sent me that picture said Koda was actually being surprisingly calm here. That's surprisingly...
What?
For them, that is Koda being level-headed and normal. That is, like, just how toxic these people are. It's so bad.
So you're saying the picture you showed us is chill, Koda?
That's chill. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I have cross-referenced the information I've gotten with like 4 different talents, some that are currently involved and some that are no longer involved, and every single one has kind of agreed with the information I have. So until like the people that are still under the company like actually talk to me and tell me what I've gotten wrong, I can only assume I'm right.
No, yeah, that's really the only way to think of it, honestly.
I'd also point out, this is not the first time the company has had a mass graduation. This is their second mass graduation.
Wait, really?
Yes.
What happened the first time?
I don't know. First time was before my time. I was told that a lot of the new people that had joined were told that management had changed, so they were willing to give the company a second shot.
Wait, that was that situation?
What?
Because I remember hearing about a company where that happened, where the talents were told everything will be different, and so they kind of backed down from it.
I don't know. I'd have to look into it.
Okay.
But yeah, everyone in this company is like just ruining everything. I don't think the company's doing very well.
No, I agree.
I still keep getting the messages though, like, you need consent from everybody to talk about this. Like, no.
No.
I don't.
Does the news need to? No. The news talks about shit all the time.
Black VTuber company tier list? I don't know. I mean, there's only like 3. Erebus was only trying to help. She was not trying to help. She's trying to shut up conversation. And then when I asked her to provide like more information, she refused. She had her chance to like actually clarify what she meant. I specifically asked her to clarify what she meant. She refused. I've asked her twice.
Well, she's willing to come and correct the record if she wants.
Yeah, no, I've asked her twice, and then I think I even said it on the YouTube video. Like, hey, you can come correct the record whenever you want. She keeps refusing. You can't refuse. You can't join in the conversation to tell me I'm wrong, and then refuse every question I give you afterwards. You have to actually sit down and like talk with me, and they keep refusing to talk with me. So, sorry, I can only go on the information that other people have given me about her, and other screenshots they've given me about her. Yeah, chat has it right. She was trying to help. She's trying to help the corporation.
Accurate, chat. Thank you.
Like, that's a lot of the people that keep trying to shut up the conversation about this just seem like they really want to save the corporation. So, LumLum, you wanted to watch this video of the graduation announcement?
Yeah, I didn't watch it either because it was just like, your thing.
Fair.
So like, yeah, no, I'm going in fucking blind with this.
Yeah, chat. So, when BondLive shut down, Coda, the miner in question, did a immediate live stream with the other bully and this girl, who I actually have not heard any of the talents tell me about this girl and if they don't like her or not. So we're gonna assume that she doesn't know what's going on here and that she just kind of joined in with them. But this video is now deleted because Coda's channel is wiped and her Twitter is deleted. So I don't know what she has to say about this.
Your screen is not showing yet.
Well, yeah, I have to. One sec.
Okay.
Because I'm using a media player, I don't have it like uploaded.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. My apologies.
Also, chat, sorry if it's a little quiet. She's just a super quiet girl for some reason. Don't know why. I'll mute my music to try and make it a little better. There we go.
There we go. Alright. Let's see.
Who's talking right now?
Coda.
Okay.
Ideally.
It hasn't started.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Alright, there we go.
As a side note, chat, if you hear this girl's voice and you don't immediately be like, yeah, no, she's underage, a little sus about you. Like, you can tell in their voice. They sound super young.
I'm feeling freaked out listening to her right now. No.
Nice. Okay. So a lot of you guys noticed that chat's disabled. We realized that it might be a little easier on us if we don't have chat going at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
So basically what's gonna happen is I'm gonna talk about why I'm graduating, what's happening. I don't want to speak on anyone else's behalf because I feel like it's not my right to do so. I will just tell you guys why I'm graduating, and I will try to explain essentially like why this is happening. So I'm glad to see that you guys have made it. This is a very serious stream, so since it's a very serious stream, I hope you guys can keep the same gesture. The purpose of this stream isn't to spread gossip or narratives, and I just want this to clear up the reasons why I'm leaving and why I've made this decision. And multiple other Bond talents have joined me here to also give their stories, which I am very thankful for. I want to reiterate again, I refuse to speak on anyone else's behalf. That word is up to them. However, I will attempt to clear up some misconceptions. So, I'm leaving for a multitude of reasons. I applied in April, I got in May. I have endured enough, and I am stressed, and I am tired. I know it's short, but I have made sure to try my damn best to post daily. I've tried to stream daily, and over the past few months,
Wait,
I
what?
feel
One
like...
sec. Why did it mess up my thing? There it is. Okay, I don't know why that messed up. Sorry, chat.
So, quick question: is just in this video, are all of them graduating, or is it just her that's
All of
saying that
them
she's graduating?
All of them.
Okay, that's probably for the best,
I
honestly.
have acquainted to nearly nothing. I do what I'm told. I sat quietly, and I waited until I couldn't anymore. I saw my friends be harassed and ridiculed, and I have spoken on this. I have made this aware. But honestly, I can't blame management anymore. Honestly, it seemed like it was their fault, and then I realized that it wasn't. It hurts knowing that it was never their fault, and that they were also only doing what they were told as well, because all that we did is we did what we were told. So I know whose fault it is.
So I've been told this a couple times. We were just doing what we were told. What are any of you talking about? This is not the first time I've heard one of the talents or one of the staffers for it say this. I don't know what this means. None of them ever explained what it means. We were just doing what we were told. Were you told to like constantly fight with each other in chat? To like start shit with each other off stream? I don't understand. I just don't get it.
I don't get it either.
And I don't want to blame anything, but when you don't check in on your own management, you don't check in on your own talents, that builds up and that hurts. That hurts much more than you can relate to. It hurts. But I ran into a problem with management a while ago, but I'm now realizing that it wasn't management's fault. And I had this idea of it's my manager's fault because I didn't know what else to do. Obviously, I was very ignorant, and I regret to only find out about this later. And it just makes me feel honestly sick to my stomach knowing that I blamed someone who didn't deserve any of that. So I speak on that because I feel like it is something that I have to say. But honestly, I appreciate you guys for not turning a blind eye on this. Your voice is the most important thing that we have. You guys spoke on this. You guys helped. You guys didn't stay quiet. And we were so worried about speaking out the entire time. And it was only to find out it wasn't because of management. Your voice is everything that we have currently, and there's so much going on. There are so many people leaving. There are so many people distressed. There are so many people who don't know what to do next. And those people need your guidance on what to do. Because many people saw this as an opportunity, a first opportunity to go out and do something with their dreams. And now it's become a negative.
I will say, I want to know what BondLive was promising people, just in general, because everyone seemed to think like this was their big chance to be a part of a corpo and to like really make it. As far as I know, all any of y'all really got was models.
It's like, because I've been seeing BondLive around for a while. Hell, I was even thinking of fucking auditioning for them at some point. But it's like they were only doing it for like one of the mobile phone apps. I'm like, nah.
Yep.
But like, and none of their like it's like, I'm not saying that none of their girls are talented or anything, but all of them are fairly small.
Yeah.
Except for like a couple.
They're spreading themselves thin, like very thin.
Yeah. They need to focus on like a small group of girls, raise them up, and then once they're able to fly on their own, then bring in another generation. Not, do the Niji-sanji buckshot fucking method and just hire in like a bunch.
Here, I'm gonna throw this out to y'all. So, what is the payout threshold for YouTube? Like, at what point can you take out the money? The minimum amount?
Minimum $100 every single month, and
what
it measures it on the 21st.
Payout for Twitch?
$100 now. They changed it back up to 100.
Oh, they changed it to 100? Oh,
Yeah,
well, it used to be 50.
It did, and I noticed that they changed it back recently, and I think the reason why they did that is because all the people that get $50 are taking too much in terms of fees for them.
Would you like to know what the minimum payout threshold for BondLive is?
Oh,
I'm gonna guess $300.
Occo?
500, 1,000.
Yeah, you were right. It is 500.
What?
Your minimum payout threshold is $500.
What?
So there are talents that have not been paid still, including some of the talents who spoke with me. They have literally made $0 working for BondLive.
You're shitting me.
Oh, and Azahara said someone DM saying that their contract is absolute dog shit.
Azahara, if you want to DM it to us, well, do you think we would look at it? I'd be down to look at it.
my person if they could send me theirs at some point.
That is
as far as Azahara said, and as far as we know, none of the talent signed an NDA.
Oh.
Well, I know from the talent I saw that their contract does have a non-compete clause. I don't even know how the fuck that works with VTubers.
If they're based in the U.S., the non-compete clause is null and void.
Oh yeah, no, they mentioned that they're in a not even just the U.S., but they're in a state that already had laws against non-compete clauses.
Yeah, definitely see if one of them that you still have contact with can send over that contract, and I'm sure we could probably get LM to look at it.
Yes, I think LM would love to look at that.
Myself.
Yeah, that's fair as well.
Just a whole negative situation, and I hate for that to happen to anyone. And honestly, I know I'm getting emotional, but I have met so many friends who have fought just as hard as I have to try to keep everything okay. But getting calls from people, and they're telling me how stressed they are, they're telling me how they can't do this anymore, they're telling me that they don't want to continue their journey. I have always stood up for my friends, and that has started taking a toll on me. It makes me just like honestly sick to my stomach to see my friends get berated for something that they can't control. And my next topic is I want to ask you guys not to bring this up in any of the Irium chats. Irium is not responsible for this. None of the talents contracted with Irium are not responsible for this.
What is Irium again?
So Irium is basically like Nexus. It's more like a streaming service than anything.
Okay.
Anyone else stream lagging? I'm sorry if it is. YouTube for some reason tonight has been giving me like weird buffering issues. I don't know why.
Yeah, just try refreshing your
F5.
page.
I think it's YouTube itself because even my like studio crashed earlier. I don't fully know what the problem is. But I'll give chat a minute for it to seem like it's going back to normal.
And also, just the video audio is low.
I can't make it any higher. It's already maxed. That's just like she was super quiet when she talked about this. So I'm sorry about that, chat.
It's hard to sound loud when you're facing away from your microphone and
Yeah.
allegedly reading a script from your other screen.
Yeah, there's somebody mentioned that. I don't know who in chat said that. Thank you. That she doesn't look at the camera once. So I don't know if she does, period, but like I have not seen her look at the camera.
Yeah.
What I want from this is just for you guys to support those who need your support. But the last thing that I want to see is someone go into another streamer's chat and pry and ask them questions that they don't know nearly anything about. And I can only wish the best for my friends going forward, but after this, I will be graduating. And I could go on and on about the amazing people that I've met. I've had a lot of people reach out to me asking me if everything was okay. I've had people that I haven't talked to in months reach out to me and ask me if everything's all right. I've had people who I thought didn't even like me talk to me, and it might be small to you, but they took time out their day to reach out to me. They played games with me. They made sure that everything was all right. And so I say this, my entire point to say this is please just focus on the people who really need your support, especially now. Everything's stressful, and I appreciate you guys for helping as much as you did. Seeing the support so far has brought tears to me, and I could not be more happy than I want to reiterate that even with all this bad stuff, even with all this going on, I don't regret joining BondLive at all. I have met so many great people, and I think if I were asked to do it over again and I could meet the same amazing people, then I would do it over and over again, because these people mean so much to me. So I hope that they mean as much to you as they do to me. That's it for me.
Why that laughter? I mean, like I know that like I just
I can't really buy it, honestly.
I don't either. I really don't.
I see what chat means though. It definitely feels like a script.
And also, like, okay, we'll see when the other girls talk to see if they have a second screen, if they turn to one side, or unless like she was just reading off of a pre-typed script that she put out.
Did they not give the maid girl a toggle to put her hand down?
Oh my
No,
gosh,
probably
that's
not.
really rude. Nervous
That's
stress
some-
laugh, I guess.
That's some lazy like modeling, bro. If you're not gonna pay to have like just a hand down toggle.
Well, I guess in a way, because I'm sure BondLive owns the IP of the character is being executed, but the actor behind it gets to live and move on to someone elsewhere. It's like
It depends.
Mizu. What
If you've
did you say?
If you've streamed 300 hours, you get to keep your IP.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Just go in there to get the model. I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
actually
it's-
don't think 300 hours is that bad.
No,
Yeah,
it's not that
300
bad.
hours
No, yeah,
ain't shit.
that's what I'm saying. Is that's not that bad, but like, holy shit, this is insane.
Funny thing is, she's not the only talent with a hand stuck up. There were 2 others.
Oh yeah, I seen
Get a
them
hand
that-
down toggle.
yeah.
It's so easy. I don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Their models are also so stiff. Honestly, I probably would have just like paid to have my own design, to be real.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's like I would just get the model itself for free, but I would pay for better rigging myself.
300 unpaid hours. Yeah, that's true too, because they're not making any money until they make $500 or more.
And are they exclusively on YouTube or what? Where did they stream?
Irene.
On a phone application.
Oh, gross.
This is the
How
same
do-
reason
do-
like Nexus wasn't gonna make it.
Mm.
But let's see who talks next. Nobody?
Oh, would you like me to go next?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, so like you to go
Um,
next.
Hi guys, I'm Keiko Fujioka. I am also graduating today, and I apologize if I sound distraught. I want to start off with saying that fan codes are very, very close to me, and so are so many other people within BondLive. And the way we have been treated, it hurts. It very much so hurts. I'm
And these
one
are
of
the
those
bullies,
people
right? The
that
two
you
of 'em
can
are.
mess with me
Yeah.
all you want, but if you mess with my friends, it's a different thing.
Really?
And I love them so much, and Kota saying that she'd do it over again is so true. But my experience with BondLive,
This is just weird knowing that she's an adult and that she's talking about her deep and personal friendship with a 16-year-old.
And also to saying that Irem or Irem, whatever, JP is insanely profitable.
Completely different markets.
Yeah, it's a completely different market because compared to, Japan, the English VTuber side is not as big as JP. Not even fucking.
Yeah. This whole thing, I wish literally any of these people would be specific about their complaints. Because I talked to people who gave me specific complaints and everybody called me a liar. So if any of you have actual complaints with management, how about you just tell people? Stop being vague about it. Just say it.
is quite simple and to the point. I say we, a lot of these streamers in first gen were under the assumption we would also be able to join the YouTube branch if we were to audition. And soon found out that the YouTube branch dissolved, and that we were promised that if we did well enough on Irium, we'd be able to join the YouTube branch. But obviously that never happened. So we, joined on false pretenses. And I'd also like to agree with Kota in the sense that management is not at fault for this. It is 100% not their fault. There were also a lot of miscommunications. Some of us heard one thing, some of us heard the other. It was very confusing. But ultimately, I don't think I can do this anymore. I want to graduate. And I had such high hopes joining BondLive. And I'm upset it had to end this way. I don't like crying in front of people.
When they say management, do they mean Peter or the people above Peter? They mean Peter. I think they're trying to, assuming they are genuine, they are trying to apologize to Peter by saying that they blamed him and they shouldn't have blamed him.
A little late for that, in my personal opinion.
A little late for that. I mean, if he accepts it, he accepts it, right?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
up to him whether or not he accepts the apology. But based on like some of the content I've seen from them, like in the Discord chat, they're still just inherently mean people.
Like after this video was put out, like you've received DMs showing just how icky they're acting.
No, not recently.
Okay.
It doesn't matter if they apologize to Peter because they're just icky with everybody. So it would have been done to anyone else. Kaika and Koda have met IRL. I know that.
Oh. That
So
skews me out even more.
I'm trying to hold
This
it
was after
together, I
Peter's
promise.
post. Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
I don't like this.
I suppose it is my turn to speak. Apologies. I am going to be fully transparent here with everyone. 7 months ago, I tried to not be here anymore. Because of a situation.
It's desynced. I can't help that. I'm just now noticing it's desynced though.
That happened in my life, and I spent some time
We're talking
in
the mayor's
a
talking now,
grippy
though.
sock vacation, getting better. And during the time I was getting better, I saw the auditions for BondLive, and I was in a state of mania, so I decided to audition. I didn't think I'd get in, and I managed to get in. And they painted the picture, and it's not management's fault at all, but they painted the picture that it would be a group thing where we would all be together and working towards the same goal. And it was something that I really needed because I felt like I didn't have much. Even coming out of the grippy sock vacation, I still felt like I didn't have much.
Oh.
Sorry.
She, I think, might actually be crying.
No, I think that out of all three of them, she's the most genuine. I'm willing to believe her.
Oh yeah.
I
willing to
definitely
believe
think
her.
Grippy Sock Vacation over here is genuinely crying.
Yeah.
What do you think, Lemmy?
Yeah. It's like she's being genuine, and she needs a serious break from social media and VTubing as a whole.
Yeah, a lot of these people do.
Definitely. I like how they actually have her mic like at a decent volume, by the way, compared to the other two. I'm sorry, it blew everybody's ears out immediately.
And being part of Bond, I don't regret it. I've met so many amazing people that honestly, if they hadn't been in my life right now, I would not be here.
Is it still peaking even though I put a filter on it? Alright, it's still peaking. Sorry, I'm just fixing this really quick, chat.
You're good. You're
I think I
good.
know what's causing it. This should probably fix it, hopefully.
I genuinely probably would not keep going. But I can't handle the environment that I was put in my emotional state, and I didn't think I would cry. I'm so sorry, but like,
yeah, she's 100% real. I can hear it.
It was only 7 months ago, and I'm put into another situation where I don't know how to deal with it. I don't have the mental capacity to deal with this. So I don't want to be a part of BondLive anymore. I want to graduate. I'm gonna hand it back off to Coda now.
Thank
What
you
the
for
fuck?
sharing that.
Is that her
And
laughing?
It really means
No.
a lot
No.
that I
Okay.
met the people that I have here. Because it really does mean so much to me. And I would 100 times, any time, do this over again. Just so I could meet the people that I have. And I think if I didn't have this opportunity in the first place, I think that I wouldn't be here. I think that these people, the people that I've met, even if we've had problems, even if we've had drama or whatever, these people have helped me so much. And it hurts at the same time to see everyone go their own separate ways. But I know it's for the better. And I cannot wait to see these people thrive. I cannot wait to see these people go off and do their own things. Because at the end of the day, we are people. We have things to do. We are much more than people on a screen. And having you guys here to help us and guide us and teach us, we couldn't have done this alone. Not by myself, I couldn't have. I wouldn't be in this situation if it weren't for you guys either. You guys wouldn't have helped me, encouraged me to speak on about this. But I say all this to 100% say it is not management's fault. There's one. Everyone could point fingers and blame, but the people
It all
who
point
are
at you.
involved, just, this is one of those things where you're gonna have to check up on them, because this is something that impacts a lot of us. And honestly, it might seem small. It might seem like another dirt under the rug, but we put everything that we had on the line just to entertain. And it's unfortunate it ended as it did, but in a way, I'm extremely happy I was able to meet the people that I have. These people helped me out of bed every morning. These people would talk to me in the dead of night when no one else was awake. These people would play games with me. These people would talk to me. These people would help me when I was feeling my lowest. And I know I keep on reiterating this, but when you have these kinds of friends that will put everything on the line for you, it goes so far. And I realized that I wasn't in this alone. And it also hurts to know what the outcome of.
It's so vague. Like, there's no specific information.
No, not at all.
And it's like, it's just like, the way that she just keeps saying management. It's like, okay, management is one dude and his name is Peter. I don't know why she just can't say, like, it's not Peter's fault. Because he is the only one running this fucking circus.
Yeah. You're right. He is.
I may have the contract.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet this girl will pop back up in another small corpo in a few months. If
Hope
she
not.
continues to lie about her age, yes.
I will have to sit down at some point and read through the contract and pick out the important bits.
Yeah, okay.
Because I don't know how much variety there is between the contracts. So if I were to just share this one completely, it might out the specific person I got it from.
That's
and also,
not-
like, I'm
yeah.
sure there's different contracts between, like, you know, the ones on, like, certain phone apps or the ones that are on YouTube and stuff like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, I just need the
Yeah.
important stuff, like the NDAs and whatnot. These are very, it's very bare bones contract, honestly, from what I'm seeing.
And I will yap about it after stream.
I don't
Yes,
think
for
they had a
sure.
lawyer write this.
I
Just-
send it to Ava.
Just like
Send
a
it to
quick
Ava.
once over. I'm not 100% sure a lawyer did it.
I think Ava would have a field day with it
Why
then.
does it say you're a mortal soul? Don't ask questions,
What?
just sign.
Wait, hold on.
What?
What?
No, people were joking.
Oh, okay.
Like, why does the contract say you're a mortal soul on it?
Like freaked me out there for a moment.
But yeah, I just wish like they would be specific if they're gonna do this.
Of this was.
Yeah.
But I do want to mention one more time that please do not harass Irium. Do not harass the livers. Do not harass anyone involved. That should be the bare minimum. And I would hate to see other livers start getting irritated or upset because they're having to deal with BondLive's consequence or actions. They shouldn't have to deal with this. And honestly, I'm just like, I'm exhausted. I'm ready. And I think I speak for a couple people. I think we're just ready to move on with our lives. I think this is something that impacted us gravely. And honestly, I cannot thank you guys enough for listening to us, for listening to our story that we had to share, for getting so personal with us and talking with us. Just you listening helps so much. Does anyone have any final notes or messages?
I do, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
It's nothing. I mean, it's big to me, but and I know I already said this, and I know both of them have already said this, but oh my god, I don't know where I'd be without them. Every day I look forward to talking to them, and I know we all have these characters we have to play. And I'm supposed to be this cool assassin, but I'm a person. And everyone's a person behind this. And we love each other so much. We don't want anyone to have to go through this. I love everyone so much. And I just want this to be over with. That's all.
Faye, do you have anything else left to say?
Yeah. I will also reiterate, please don't hate on Irium. Don't bring any negativity towards any of the other streamers that are part of Irium. They shouldn't have to deal with stuff like this. Give support where support is needed. Love and respect yourself and understand that there are people behind models and you don't know what kind of stuff they're going through. You don't know what kind of stuff they deal with every day.
Then, if there's no more comments, I would like to thank you all for coming here. I know we got really
course.
emotional during all of this, but this has been something that has impacted not only us three.
I would just like to say, BondLive sisters in the chat, whichever one of you filed a couple privacy complaints, you can't file a like 2-hour privacy complaint on the live stream.
Oh, is that already happening?
They filed a privacy complaint for the very start of the stream up until an hour and a half in, claiming the entire hour and a half is violating their privacy. So, just so you know, YouTube basically, like, they informed me that you did that, but as far as I know, that's not going to go anywhere. Also, I will contest it.
Man, even the Niji sisters didn't pull that shit on us. They put us in their new funny document, but that's about it.
We'll be talking about because it's funny.
But yeah, they're filing privacy complaints already. You know, you can't
Bond
do that.
sisters worse than Niji sisters. How about that?
That's not what the privacy complaint feature is for.
Oh, Archives of Odd Boys. Azahara is already on top of that shit.
Yes, please do.
Yeah, here, let me see if I can pop it up for chat.
Oh, you're just gonna show it?
Yeah, I don't care showing the privacy complaint.
I mean, I don't care either.
Here, we'll finish the last 50
Well,
seconds.
here's my question. Like, isn't a privacy complaint for like personal information? I don't think we've shared any personal information.
Yes. They just made that up.
Thank you guys so much for listening.
Oh,
And-
so funny.
The story doesn't end here. There's a lot more in the future. But as for now, this is one of those things that we would just want to move past. And it's definitely not a minor issue. But
I mean, there's a minor issue, but it's...
Oh my gosh.
battling this entire thing for months. So thank you guys so much for listening. I can't express my thanks enough. Thank you guys. That's it.
You are correct, Lumi. There is a minor issue. I hate that.
Let me see if I can pop it up on chat. Yep, there it is. Somebody filed a privacy complaint, and then they just left it to be like a massive period of time, basically the entire streamer.
Congratulations, chat.
You can't just do privacy complaint whole stream. It's not how it works. Also, if you do get one to go through, I will contest it. We have not can I show the privacy guidelines page? No, it's a video. I'm not going through a video. But just so you know, no, you can't just file random privacy complaints, you douche.
Yeah, and we're not even going to go over the contract tonight. It's, like,
you know, I have to read through the contract and see exactly what it is.
I'm going to be nice.
It's funny, though. It's fucking funny.
It is very funny.
The newly formed Bond sisters came after us before the Niji sisters.
Gave out somebody's private info without realizing. Go ahead, tell me whose. I've literally shown nobody's info. Everything I've shown is public. I wanted to talk about Niji Sanji tonight, but that's not going to happen.
You don't think we have time for that?
No, I don't have energy for that. I've had to deal with these people all day. I'm genuinely exhausted.
I get you.
And plus, if there's any personal info, you should probably talk to the doc writers about that.
Yeah. That posted it publicly on Twitter. That would be their fault.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any in it, though, so... I wouldn't know why they would have any in it.
Mm-hmm.
You told they had a fake ID. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Mediker.
Doxed
man.
Erebus. How did I dox Erebus?
Oh, by saying who her potential family member is? Fuck
I
off
didn't
with
say who their
that.
potential family member was, though. I said they had
Yeah.
a famous family member. That's not a dox.
That's just pointing out something that could allegedly be true.
Are you saying it is true? Thanks for the confirmation if that's the case. Oh, fuck. I can't with these people.
It's like I could claim that my uncle works at Nintendo.
Does he?
No.
Oh.
If I had an uncle that works at Nintendo, I wouldn't be ass poor.
I disagree, but fair enough.
And my uncle likes me. He'd give me money if he had it.
My dad works at Nintendo. Allegedly, I'm related to Sean Penn. Is it true? You'll never know. Brilliant.
This is stupid. You look forward to forgetting it. We'll see if this continues or not. It's good to at least warn people about the company and stuff, especially with practices like this. And again, I hope Peter finds a better job and he doesn't go back to these miserable fucking.
Did they send children to defend the company? No, they sent their employees, which happen to be children. There's a difference. But yeah, no, I haven't, I genuinely don't know, like, where the fan base for these BondLive people are coming from. Because, like we talked about earlier, it's like a small company.
You know that you have Ibris's legal name and her sister's name. You need to stop playing stupid. We don't have any names.
I mean, if we did, we didn't.
The fuck is wrong with you?
What?
Yeah, even for, like,
Hold
their
on.
famous sibling, I only know them, like, as a VTuber. I don't even know their name.
Is this what is this what delusional sounds like? This is what delusional sounds like. I didn't think.
I don't even think their fellow gen mates know their actual real names.
Holy fuck.
And if you tell your gen mates your real name, you have other issues going on with you.
I told you guys my name.
I don't remember you telling your name.
Oh,
the only thing of your name that I seen was on the Amazon receipt that you sent with my dehydrator.
Fair enough.
I have no idea who these people are. This is wild. You see what I've had to put up with all day? These are their best. Just so we're clear.
It sounds, excuse me, hyper retarded.
Just flinging and seeing what sticks. Yeah, that was actually a lot of the accusations from the talents that quit. Was that there was a lot of just people making shit up on each other. Case in point, all three of you have issues. Yeah, but I admit I have issues.
Yeah, I've got issues.
I have mental issues.
Yeah, I do too.
I have a therapist, though. I don't have the internet.
I'm too poor for a therapist, so I just kind of ignore my issues until they go away.
I have a therapist, too, and a life coach. She's also a naturopath as well. She tells me I'm just fine. So shut up.
Like, I have no problem with it. I talked about this with Occo last night on their big long stream subathon thing.
Yeah.
I have no problem getting in the mud with people. It doesn't bother me. I find it fun and entertaining.
Yeah, I don't mind either. This is funny. This is like legitimately hilarious.
Like telling me that, oh, you're in the mud with me. Yeah, that doesn't bother me. On the other hand, though, you're in the mud with me and you're sitting here going, actually, I'm squeaky clean. I'm perfect. I am a immaculate conception. My mother was Adam and Eve. Like, no.
And also, don't forget, mud is actually very good for your skin.
My imaginary friend Jake says I don't have issues, and he's never lied to me. My wife who says I'm perfect, but when I take the meds, she goes away.
Oh.
Oh, fuck.
My wife disappears when I take the pills too.
Drama, no, no, I don't want Mizu to disappear.
Like, look, I've said publicly multiple times, if any of the BondLive members who have not had their voice heard want to talk to me and tell me I've got something wrong, they're free to do so. They are choosing not to.
Would we even entertain them on the show?
I would.
I would. Yeah, I'd be down.
I mean,
please.
if people are going want to come forward, state facts with evidence behind it, because out of anyone who would have that evidence on hand, the livers would, because they have access to channels we don't.
Yeah.
But with everything being mass deleted, that would also prove very hard. But if they want to come forward, or even just like put out an anonymous statement with proof that they are who they say they are, then yes, we will entertain it.
Yeah, like, I've kept all my sources secret. Corporate only found out who they were because they started taking their accounts. And even then, I know for a fact they haven't caught them all.
It took corporate taking their accounts in order for that to happen. That is hilarious. It just shows how disorganized and dysfunctional they are.
This is definitely like an organization of children, though.
My last organization I was a part of was more put together than this. And that's saying something.
It's just, this whole thing is fun, honestly. Like, I tried to come forward and do something nice for somebody that I thought was, like, needed to have somebody on their side and, you know, supporting them and being like, hey, man, like, you know, you need to, like, talk to some family, talk to some friends, you're a good person. Didn't Peter say he didn't want any more drama? That's the thing. Y'all didn't read Peter's post. Peter never said anything about not wanting more drama. He said that he was tired of drama people making him the villain. And now that somebody's making him the hero, all of you are like, no, he doesn't want that either. He just wants to, like, never be bothered again.
No,
it's like,
in this,
I don't think that's true.
He is the hero. You've made him the victim. You have started the drama. This is your fault.
Who do you think is more mentally unstable, the Bond bootlickers or Marina VT and her fans? Bond bootlickers.
Bond bootlickers.
Marina went quiet for the most part, so.
Yeah, she, like, fucked off and does her own thing. And nobody hears about her because, like, she doesn't get her. Like, she recognizes, I think she recognized after the being stripping on YouTube or on Twitch that she's causing more problems than helping. And she was probably dumped by a bunch of people in her clan.
Read his friend's post at all? I did. And it's not his friend. If you mean the person who found him, yeah, I did read that one.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. The copium. It's absolutely hilarious. Absolutely fucking hilarious.
It's one thing to make it informative. You guys are just defiling everyone's name. That is making it informative. I hate to inform you, but pointing fingers at the people that did this to him is making it informative.
Yeah. And I'll be honest with you,
I think that's what's with a lot of these people. They're like stuck in this weird cope circle where they can't understand that some of the livers they were backing were actually just genuinely evil people from behind the scenes.
It's like, again, I have said this before, I will say it again. Would you be singing this exact same tune if it was Niji-san?
I mean, some of them probably would, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, we saw the Niji-sanji document.
Oh, yeah, that one was... Can I... Okay, I know you both are tired, but can I read that on stream? I might read that tonight before I go to bed.
What, the Niji?
Read it on your stream.
Yeah, I think I'm going to read it on my stream after this.
Why are you guys not blaming the actual company for permitting this? We are. I did blame the actual company. And then Erebus and other talents came at me and said I needed to stop blaming the company.
And plus, earlier in the stream, we were blaming the company, saying that it shouldn't be Peter running the entire thing.
And I agree, he shouldn't be.
Do you believe the Bond members who have not announced their graduation and they're staying, do you believe they're bad? I have said they're staying because they have to. that was not only at the start of the stream, that was in my first stream about it, and that was in my video about it. A lot of the BondLivers who are staying because they don't own their IP. And if they leave, they have to lose everything they've gotten so far. And they're not even getting paid because there's a $500 base payout for some stupid reason.
And it's like some of the Bond members have a better fucking deal going on with them than others. Some of them are stuck to a shitty phone app. Others are allowed to stream on YouTube. So it's like the ones that are streaming on YouTube or they want to keep their IP, they're going to stay until they feel like they can leave. So
Yeah.
it's like we're not blaming them. We're not saying that they're bad people because they feel a necessity to stay.
No, absolutely
Like,
not.
This is really annoying me because I have been very clear in that I have put the blame on the CEO for being a shitty person. I have put the blame on Koda and Kaiku for being bullies and creating this situation. I have put the blame on Erebus for being a corporate bootlicker who is constantly covering up for the company and trying to prevent people from talking about the company's wrongs. I have been very clear in who these specific bad people are. And I've been very clear that everyone else is probably either innocent or doesn't really have, like, knowledge about it. Because there's plenty of people, I mentioned this early on, but a lot of the livers right now are restricted to only talking to people from their specific generation. So there's plenty of people that have literally never talked to the other generations of livers because they're locked out.
Oh, and also, Ribbit, you saying that some of our information may be a little out of date? Like payouts and stream
Really?
allowance? It's like, like payouts and... Okay, so
The information I got this from is somebody who is currently in the company right now. This is not an old person. All of my information about payouts, stream allowances, and work hours are current members.
Did they point out what was out of date?
No, it's,
Okay,
it's
they
like with the stream allowance and stuff. We just heard on the now deleted stream of the minor, alleged minor, that the Irium girls were stuck on that application until, like, you know, what did she say? That it was profitable, and then they can expand their streaming allowances.
Yeah.
So the Irium girls were stuck on that phone app until it turned a profit, essentially.
I don't think payouts or stream allowances being wrong changed the main point. Yeah, they wouldn't change the main point. I just want to clarify that this information I have been given is literally from somebody who is currently still in the company. So
And
if
also,
it's
you're
changed,
good
it
with
hasn't changed for them. According to them, it's still the same thing. Maybe different gens got different contracts. Oh, 100% they did.
Yeah.
People who got to stay on YouTube, people who are in JP probably have a much nicer contract, so the JP side is actually doing well. People that are stuck on solely Irium probably have the worst contract of them all.
Yeah.
It's just like, from what, like, again, this is just me guessing, but it seems like a lot of companies who want an English branch know that there is a lot of super desperate indie English VTubers that will sign literally any contract.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people don't read them. They should. You need to get in the habit of reading your contract. Also, most lawyers will do a free consultation with you, or they will charge a very, like, small pittance to explain the contract to you. Even if it's like $100, if you have to pay $100 to get a lawyer to read a contract for you, and it's for like a company you think you should genuinely join, just pay the $100 to the lawyer. It's free. It's in your best.
Or message Legal Mindset. He said he'll look at it for free.
Yes, please message Andrew about this because, like, holy fucking shit, man.
I know. I know what. I feel like I think I know what they're trying to do now. They're trying to convince me to say who my leaker is. Because
are they really?
I think that's what they're probably trying to do, and they're trying to get me to be like, no, it was so and so told me. Yeah, I'm not stupid.
Chat, he may look small and adorable, but this man is fucking old.
I've specifically kept my information, like, close to the chest to make sure I don't give away certain things. Like, there are certain events I didn't want to mention at all because it could tell, like, what people sent it to me.
He hasn't told us this information. That's how good he's being. And I'll be honest with you, I don't want to know.
Yeah, I've specifically not told anyone what people I've talked to.
Because that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe some other people tell others, but like, I don't need to know. As long as you're telling this, like, I don't need to know. Like, I trust you.
Yeah, like maybe one day, if they decide they want to like come forward and like throw it out there, yeah, then I'll do it. You know,
Yeah.
making any more stuff about Bond. It depends if Bond does more stuff. Like the
Yeah.
reality is, I wanted this to be done when I made my video the other day, and it was going fine. Like my video was continuing through the night. It kind of had like a spike in viewership at some point, and it got most of like what I wanted to say out there. And then all of a sudden, at like 1 o'clock this morning, every single Bond talent and manager starts replying to my video, calling me a liar, and just like spamming me with hate. And I'm like, okay, now we get to talk about everything.
And it's like, don't forget, it's like we know that other drama tubers don't necessarily like it. But if they see, you know, any amount of blood in the water, no matter how good faith they say they are, they're going to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't care how much people hate Alara. If she feels like this is something worth talking about, she will. And even though I don't like her, I think she should. I think multiple people need to bring this up. Multiple people need to talk about how disgusting this is. Anyway.
I love this person, this Sakano person, who's like, the rat's intentionally giving you false information to make Bond look bad, and then they follow it up with another message that says Bond isn't good at all, but at least get real information. That's how you do. That's like how corporate shills do. They'll be like, actually, the corporation really is bad, but the information you have is wrong. That's not true.
And also, Mizu is getting his info from talents and ex-talents themselves.
You have cross-reference with like 4 different talents. So if they have to all be coordinating to lie to me.
Which I guess can be possible, but like that's like such a gay op to make a tiny little channel that has 2,000 plus subs look bad. Like seriously?
Here's the other thing, and I will keep this as quiet as possible. So I think everybody knows I have a lot of friends, even if not everybody admits they're my friend. One of the people that gave me information is a very close old friend of mine.
Wait, really?
I have no reason to believe they have lied to me. At all. Point blank, none.
That's
Did
weird.
I take their information at face value? No, I asked other talents about it. But I have no reason to believe that they are a part of some gay op to try and make my little channel look bad.
I'll be honest. If they did, that would be kind of funny. It would be stupid, but it would also be kind of funny.
Yeah. Like, I have no problem saying that, like, yeah, no, I don't believe this person lied to me. And the fact that other people corroborated their story tells me it's probably true.
And hey, I'm welcome to have people come out and disprove it. None of y'all in the comments, we're using the word all, none of you in the comments have actually disproven anything or been willing to come and talk about it. All of you just saying, oh, it's wrong, it's wrong, it's wrong. What's wrong? Like, legitimately.
And then they'll tell me they won't tell me what's wrong because that's just feeding me content. If you told me what was wrong, I wouldn't feel the need to make more. I'd be like, okay, I was wrong. Like, what's the story there if you prove me wrong? It's like, hey guys, actually, everything I said was wrong and I'm an idiot and I got lied to. Why would I say that? If you proved me wrong, I would just probably, like, the thing a normal person would do is they wouldn't talk about it. I'll admit I would talk about it because I would correct the record. Because unlike some people, I actually have integrity.
We have integrity.
Integrity.
We have some integrity. Integrity in us. But no, like, show up or shut up. Like, legitimately, show us the truth. Hell, I'll even get the CEO can even talk to us if he fucking wants to. Prove it. Otherwise, shut up.
If someone is asking you, did bullies come to you to leak before you found out they were bullies?
No. None of the bullies actually talked. The bullies deleted their socials. Not all the bullies, but the big bully Coda deleted her socials like immediately after her stream. I don't know why. They did their stream, deleted the video, wiped their entire YouTube channel, and then deleted their Twitter. So I don't know what that was for.
And this is why I'm happy that people do archive everything, because otherwise we wouldn't have seen that little stream.
Ethereum streamers aren't allowed to stream anywhere else. We didn't say that. Coda and them said that.
Yeah.
If you have a problem with that information, you go talk to Coda and them.
Although, don't go talk to Coda. That's disgusting.
That's something else that's like really confusing me, because people keep trying to be like, oh, you're getting like baited by the wrong side. I'm getting the same information from both sides. For actually, I would say all three sides. I'm getting the same information from the bullies. I'm getting the same information from people who were still in the company. I'm getting the same information from people who are no longer in the company. So I need you guys to figure out who specifically is lying to me and how they are coordinating everybody who hates each other to all lie to me. Like, I don't understand.
It just
Also,
sounds like
chat,
hope.
because the minor thing is coming up again. Don't go harass anybody we talk about. I don't like it when you guys like try and start shit with them. Just leave it alone. We talk about it from a distance. We point at it. Don't donate money to like BondLive, the company themselves. If you like the talents, give them money, because heaven knows they fucking need it to hit that $500 threshold.
Yep.
Yeah.
So bullies are messaging? No.
No. That would be funny though.
The video never said they were forced to stream on one site. We never said they were forced to stream on one site. I mean, if that's something you're going for, like, I thought they said something like that. But we haven't even talked about the streaming thing. That's a you issue in the chat.
It was the assassin girl that said that she was only able to stream on Irium until, like...
She could be a part of the YouTube branch, and then the YouTube branch got dissolved.
Yeah, I remember that. I specifically remember that, actually.
So it's like... words. It's like I can re-upload the stream on a separate account, and then whoever wants to watch it can watch it.
Do you think their company made them delete their socials? There is a possibility that the company went back and deleted them, because I do have confirmation from some people that the company has been taking control of their accounts to figure out who is talking. Isn't important, but did any of them tell you about Princess Lollipop? She was one of Bond's biggest before Erebus. I was told that Princess Lollipop was one of the ones that got harassed and called a fake disabled person.
Really?
Yes.
Yikes.
Somebody in chat mentioned it earlier, but Princess Lollipop very publicly has Tourette's.
Oh no.
Which, for those of you who watch TikTok and have seen Tourette's fakers, people watch Tourette's fakers who try and make Tourette's look like this really over-the-top thing, and they think that that's real Tourette's, and that somebody with real Tourette's is supposed to constantly be ticking every couple seconds, saying something wild and off the wall, which that's not how most Tourette's is. Some Tourette's is like that, don't get me wrong, but most Tourette's really is just like a single tick, or like, kind of like how you stutter sometimes. There's some Tourette's that kind of manifest almost like a stutter.
Well, I have a friend, and I love this man to death. He's a great dude. He just constantly like spouts the most random shit, and then he'll start saying the N-word randomly. And he's Puerto Rican.
I mean, that's just Puerto Ricans, but
It's true. Yes, it's true. It's just like not all people on that wavelength are the exact same. Some Tourette's people are very random.
But yeah, that's some people watch the fake Tourette's people and they're like, oh, this is how all Tourette's are. So then when you have somebody that's like a lesser, like has a kind of more normal level of Tourette's, people are like, oh, they're clearly faking, because if they weren't faking, they'd be like all crazy like this TikTok person.
No, that's not how that works.
Princess Lollipop was the same person that told Alara not to cover this situation. First off, I didn't see that. Second off, I don't care. Third off, Alara wouldn't have covered it anyways because she'd have actually had to do research.
And Alara don't do research, and we know that for fact. She just has everybody hand it to her.
All right, we don't have to go poking at Alara.
I do.
We behave in this house. Well,
She's
at least
talking to
I
me,
try to
you're fine.
behave.
You behave.
I behave while I'm live.
Here, that's something else I'm gonna throw out to the chat. It doesn't matter if people told me not to cover it, because the reality is, I think BondLive is an act of danger to anybody who joins their corporation. So anybody leaving the corporation telling me don't talk about this situation because it might drag me in drama, I don't care, because I'm not really talking about you. I'm talking about the corporation. I'm talking about the corporation because it could be a danger to other people, and I'm not going to let other people get hurt because you specifically don't want to be involved in drama because you just quit. This is one of those situations where somebody comes up and they're like, it's not a good time to talk about this. Well, every time is a good time. Shut the fuck up.
Lumi, chat's calling you out right now.
Huh?
Chat's calling you out right
Hey,
now.
Henry was helping that nice young lady.
Just trying to make up for earlier. I hear chat.
Lollipop had unfortunate things happen to her. Doesn't make her a good person still. I don't know much about Lollipop. So maybe she is a good person, maybe she isn't. To me, that's not necessarily what's important. If somebody actually does have a disability like that, you probably shouldn't make fun of that disability.
No.
If they're
And
like a
also
shitty
don't call them a
person,
liar.
if they're a shitty person, they're a shitty person separate from their Tourette's, right? It's kind of like if somebody's like a really crappy person and they have cancer, you're not going to be like, oh, you deserve cancer. That's just like a shitty thing to say, and most people are going to be like, ooh, bro, I don't know about that one. Just be like, hey, bro, you kind of suck and you're kind of mean. Like, stick to what people actually are, you know?
Oh, someone brings up a good point about Harvey Weinstein.
What?
There's
What
never-
about Harvey Weinstein?
Oh, they're saying, they were basically like, was it ever a good time to talk about Harvey Weinstein?
Yeah. No, that's how it is with this. It's like, look, the right time to talk about it is now because it is fresh on people's minds. There is a very extreme example of what their corporation's policy can do to people if left unchecked. It is literally the perfect time to talk about it.
Because
And-
people forget about it.
And the thing is, nobody else has talked about it. Like, everybody just keeps ignoring it. And don't sit here and tell me that everybody else that's ignoring it is ignoring it because they're good, nice people. Everybody else that's ignoring it, I've seen them cover stories where someone genuinely had a very obvious mental breakdown, and they still covered it and made fun of them. Like, because I think I've been kind of publicly outspoken with you two, is that sometimes if I feel like somebody's having a genuine, like, manic episode, I don't want to talk about it. Because there's a huge difference between somebody being an idiot on their own and somebody having a genuine manic, like, episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've
Oh,
seen
yeah.
people, like, talk about people who I've said, like, yeah, maybe don't talk about that person. I think they're having an actual episode right now. And they'll still talk about them and make fun of them. But then when it comes to this issue, suddenly it's like, oh, no, they asked us not to. We can't talk about this. Oh, shut up.
It's just like, okay. Pretend that this isn't a VTuber. Pretend this is like a healthcare company that has some shady ass practices going on. Would you want people to call out what the hell's going on so people are aware, hey, this company can't be trusted? Or would you rather have ex-employees say, yeah, don't talk about this, keep it hush hush?
What was that?
That was Moose Man because he was sniffing.
Oh, I thought it was a sneeze. I was going to tell him bless you.
Too.
No.
But yeah, no, like I've told people, you can come forward, you can tell me what I've gotten wrong, and I will correct my reporting. But stop telling me I've got stuff wrong and then refuse to correct it. Because anything I've said, I have some evidence to back up what I'm saying. So you're going to have to show me that what I have is doctored, fake, or out of context.
And then we'll laugh at Mizu. But you got to prove it first.
And like the argument they've kind of swapped to now, because they keep swapping, it goes from it's fake to Peter wouldn't want it, and now we've moved on to just give us your sources. Like, no, I'm not giving you my sources.
Because that tells me that they know it's right and they want to know who they can punish them.
Oh, I also said this. I forget who I replied to it with it too. But I was really annoyed that people keep trying to use Peter as a shield, right? Like, because even if Peter said that he didn't want this, all of you keep bringing it up. Like, you keep bringing him up as a shield anytime I say something. It's like, hey, your corporation did this. Did you know this situation's about Peter and Peter wouldn't want this? Look at Peter. He doesn't want this. Like, no, put him down and talk to me. Stop bringing him up.
It's like, as of, like, his friend picking him up, Peter is out of the equation.
Yep.
He is somewhere safe. He is somewhere where, like, someone can watch him. He is out of the equation. Peter is now out of this ballgame. It is about Bond. It is about the livers that are, like, making the situation worse. So please don't use him as a shield. It's like, okay, people are saying don't use Peter as content. Don't use Peter as a fucking shield.
It's just as bad if you want to like equate it to like morally like that. Actually, no, I'd say it's worse to use him as a shield than for us to report on how you are using him as a shield.
Yeah. Someone playing audio somehow? No, that literally is just Moose Man in the background.
He's snoozing.
Lumi can't keep her man quiet.
She's not a good feminist, chat.
But yeah, no, like I'm tired that they're trying to use him as a shield for their shitty behavior when their shitty behavior almost killed him.
Same.
That's like my thoughts on that. It was on Twitter when I said that, yeah, because my specific wording was as someone who was suicidal and after something that happened to me in high school, I'm deeply unsettled by staff members at Bond telling me I'm out of line for reading a still currently publicly available Twitter suicide note while also using the person who wrote it as a shield for any criticism of their bad behavior. You can't do that. You can't use him as a shield for your bad behavior when your bad behavior is kind of what caused this.
Ah, goodness.
I don't know how the situation could get worse. I hope it doesn't. It does not get worse.
I hope it ends after today.
Oh yeah, that was because I told y'all earlier. That's how it got worse today. Is they started taking livers' Twitter accounts because they were trying to figure out who was talking to me. So they were going around being like, "Hey, we need your login information because we need to look at some stuff." I think that was the that's the worst.
Yeah, that's the worst. What's the next step then for them? I hope that they just stop.
And it's like, if more information that is important and it needs to be told comes out, we will more than likely do an update, or Mizu will do an update. But if it's just like, petty things of like livers throwing each other under the bus or stuff like that, that really isn't like worth airing out.
No.
Yeah.
Because that stuff like that can stay on Twitter.
Yeah.
But if it's something that's involved with the company, something that is like, oh, Bond suddenly decided to add 20 new managers, then sure, yeah, we'll cover it. But anything petty and just not important, why bother?
Yeah, I said it earlier. The only reason I even covered the stuff from the livers today on stream was because all of them showed up in a semi-coordinated effort to shit on my previous reporting. So it's like, okay, fine. If we're gonna be petty, I'm gonna be petty too. I don't mind being petty.
Yeah, half of the stream would have happened.
I was
literally
being a good little
like
boy. I was not.
You
gonna,
literally pushed.
I was not gonna report on it. But no,
You literally pushed Mizu. Like here's the thing. The worst thing you can do is make Mizu. And I speak from experience. The worst thing you can do is make Mizu want to be petty. All right.
It was a nothing burger in some parts. I wouldn't say it's a nothing burger. Some of it I think is genuinely like just bad behavior on the part of the talents. So basically what was happening was because Peter was the only manager, none of these girls had any like oversight and control. So like when they didn't like each other, they were just getting in like full knuckle down, knockout, drag out fights in the Discord, and nobody was stopping them. And it was just constantly escalating worse and worse and worse. To the point where like mild behavior for them was telling each other they hated each other and wanted them to die. That was mild behavior. That was low bar. It had gotten that bad.
Also, I decided to just look up like between Princess Lollipop's account and Alara's account. The only time Alara has ever mentioned ERM or whatever is when the indies first debuted. Otherwise, there's not been a single exchange too.
At least not a public exchange.
Yeah, at least not public exchange.
Like again, if anybody knows the any of the livers that want to have their story heard, they're free to message me. I will keep them as anonymous as possible. I will intentionally remove any identifying information from their stuff as I can. For some of them, I have even removed timestamps on their Discord messages, so they can't even figure out what region they were from. Even though most of them are probably America or Japan. Like, I do very good work when I want to, when I care about something. And I've intentionally tried my best to keep everybody like as anonymous and secret as possible. To the point I wasn't even gonna name anybody. I was gonna just be like, oh, some people were bullies, some people weren't, yada yada yada, and was gonna leave it at that. But no, they can't just leave well enough alone.
No.
And now I'm also gonna be going over your contract.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure that it's going to be given to Andrew as well. And guess what? Andrew will probably also talk about it as well.
No, I'd have to ask the person if they're fine with me sending it to other people.
It's true. It's true.
Yeah, and also Andrew is busy with his own little circus right now.
Oh, what is he dealing with?
Still the whole Johnny thing and everyone related around him.
Fair enough. Let's start a new hashtag. Hashtag March safe from Mizu's pettiness.
So
I can't.
I will say this: the person who sent me the contract noticed that the contract has been edited since the time of them signing it, which I wonder how that worked out.
That's it. That sounds illegal.
So they told me that currently in the contract it says they need to stream 10 hours a week, which is actually a pretty low amount. But apparently in the original contract it said they needed to stream 40 hours a week. So they were just even though they weren't making any money, they were full-time live streamers.
I'm sorry, what?
Yep.
40?
I wonder, hold on. I wonder if they adjust the stream time to livers that don't have another job and they're just at home.
I don't know, maybe.
I wouldn't fucking doubt it, honestly.
This is the contract they have access to, though. So at some point it's been edited.
Interesting.
I'm kind of looking at some of it right now because to see if some of it is a little interesting.
With no salary? No.
Apparently there's a clause in the contract to where they can cancel your contract if you file for bankruptcy.
During the interview, they stated 50 hours a month.
Really?
Okay, so that lines up with the 10 hours a week.
Wanted us to get between 40 to 50 hours a week. I wouldn't have been hired if I was a full-time employee outside of Bond. One of the reality talents was 16, about to turn 17 when she joined. And one of the managers was dating a talent, didn't hear anything of that.
What?
Okay, so there is more than one manager. But what the fuck?
That
What?
was when reality was a thing. Reality is sort of like a.
Oh yeah.
So there's 4 things going on. There
I'm so-
is IREM, there is BondLive, there's reality, and there is Lucid. And I think Lucid took reality's YouTube. Lucid took BondLive's YouTube branch.
Wait, hold on. Lucid Multimedia?
I think so.
Oh,
So that's
Heard
who
them
bought
before.
them. I remember them. I auditioned for them last year. The great email docs of 2023.
Yeah, so if you were in
I remember
BondLive's
that.
YouTube section, you got bought by Lucid. After the YouTube branch dissolved, they got picked up by IREM instead.
Man, Rosa, good job getting out of Lucid.
I know. Dodged a bullet.
Well, Lucid I think was fine. Because Lucid was the old BondLive people that got bought up. So, I don't know. Same guys that had Rosa? Rosa who?
Yeah. Rosa.
Total.
Jill.
The one that you like fighting with.
The younger you, as you said.
She's so mad when I say that to her, too. It's kind of funny.
And I know you mean it in jest, but it's kind of funny.
No, I mean it kind of seriously. Rosa acts like me when I was big in Gamergate. Like almost to a T.
Well, I mean, I think she's settling down now. She's got a whammon to hold her down.
Don't bring Lucid in. Well, we're not talking about Lucid, like their talents or anything. We were just, one, talking about a friend who was in Lucid before they got bought out. And 2, we were just explaining the different branches that are part of Bond.
And we're just shooting the shit about a friend that we know. I mean, like.
Also, I was just bringing up like how there's, because that's going to confuse people when companies start getting talked about, because BondLive has been like dissolved and brought back together so many times. They've been bought out by other people. Like it's one of the reasons why it's hard to figure out where the specific distinction between BondLive and IREM is, because you'll see some people in their name that says BondLive IREM. You'll see some that are just BondLive, and you'll just see some that are just IREM. Because some BondLive people are also a part of IREM, but they're still like sort of a part of BondLive. One of the people I was talking to explained it to me, but they didn't really understand the back rooms of it, of like how they sorted it all out.
Mm-hmm.
Some people are just with BondLive. Some people are just with IREM. Some people left with an offshoot called Reality, which I'm not 100% sure how they're related to BondLive, if BondLive just owns them. And then some people were a part of BondLive and then got bought by Lucid when BondLive was trying to shut down their YouTube branch. This is why BondLive itself as a corporation is like such a clusterfuck.
I mean, there's other VTuber companies that owns like multiple different parts of like smaller companies in terms of VTubers.
Which I get that. That makes sense to me. My thing is BondLive seems to be owned by multiple companies, or parts of it seem to be owned by other companies. Reality is the streaming app.
Yep.
I've lost track.
Yeah, but there's it's like a section of BondLive called Reality, or they call them the Reality section.
If I remember right, Reality uses 3D avatars.
Oh, so it's like a Vroid thing? That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this isn't like throwing shade at all of these other companies and apps and stuff. This is just saying like all of these are somewhat connected, which is why this whole thing is such a cluster.
It's the cinematic universe.
So it's like, this is why I really hope that Peter wasn't the only manager for all of these different branches, there should at least, it's like they could at least have one manager for each branch if they really want to cut down on the employees.
I would assume not, but like
All I know is I have talked to multiple talents from multiple generations. Some talents actually graduated like months ago from the organization before any of this happened, and every single one of them have said Peter was their manager. I've never heard anyone claim anyone else was a manager. It is a cluster, and they just kind of forced him to do everything.
Sadly, he was when you were in Bond. Oh, God. I hope Peter gets out of there. And with his manager experience, because he got years worth of experience between all the livers, he should be able to find a very nice job somewhere.
hopefully.
Peter was the only manager there. A few of us were there when he first started. Peter was the only manager. Oh, my heart goes out to him. I hope he gets the fuck out of there.
Makes me really sad, honestly. That doesn't help at all. It's just I am legitimately depressed hearing all of this.
You know, a couple of agencies who would kill to have a dedicated manager like Peter. They'd probably treat him better. It's like I honestly think Idol is still looking for managers. He should go work either Idol and FaZe, I believe, is still looking for managers. Good talent management is really hard to find. Yeah, because it's like, okay, the majority of talent management, from what I've seen, they're just people out there to get a check. They don't give a shit about the talent. Looking at Niji-san. Peter is one of those rare people who really want to give it their all. I don't know Peter. I've never talked to him, quite obviously. But just hearing how you guys are talking about him, he sounds like an absolutely amazing fucking person.
Yeah.
So I wish nothing but the best for him.
Yeah. You know, it's kind of wild because more people are seeing this stream, and I'm starting to get more information from more people. I think more
Wait,
people are
really?
Yeah.
Are you getting messaged by other talents now?
Yes.
Hello,
Well,
other talents.
it's like,
We wish the
okay,
best for
before,
you.
it's like before, like, you know, Occo is tempted to ask Mizu to start reading things live. How
No.
about, since we got most of our stuff that we wanted to cover here tonight done, we can keep any update to a later date once Mizu can, like, you know, read over everything, get conversations taken care of, and all that.
Don't tell Rage he might snag him. I don't think Rage is ready to pay somebody what Peter should be paid. I just don't think he
Peter
is.
should be paid a fucking like 5 to 6 figure salary with how much he's had to deal with.
Yeah. But no, don't read anything live. Like, go through this. Here's what I think. Mizu needs to make like what was it called? When that journalist, Mizu needs to make his own Twitter files. The Bond EN Twitter files.
Oh, since we're all talking about Mizu now, those of you who don't know, this is what I wanted to talk about tonight. Some crazy Niji sister made like a 200-page document documenting literally every single time anyone has said anything about Niji-sanji, like all over the place. I was mentioned in there exactly one time. For those of you who haven't seen my Twitter, I have a meme on top of my Twitter of me sitting on the casting couch from like those old pornos. And I took that picture and I blurred it out. And I put like a little text over it and I said, crazy things happening in Niji-sanji. Still unidentified VTuber gives their casting couch experience. And it's clearly a picture of me. Like, I didn't blur it that well. And I showed up in that document. and the tagline they put for me was something like, small indie makes vile and disgusting comments about Niji Sanji requiring, talents to go through casting couch, see, have sex with them, experience before joining. And I was like, this reminds me of that girl that made a doc on me because I made a Scott Pilgrim joke about knives. Like, every time I show up in a document, it's because I made a fucking meme. I don't understand why.
It's beautiful. I'll be honest with you,
Curry's
it's
gonna
beautiful.
About it tomorrow. Oh, I'll be there for that. Be there
Wait,
to
what's
watch.
going on?
Curry is doing a stream tomorrow on the Niji Sanji document.
Yes, I heard about that. Oh, that's right. Azuhara did get called out for impersonating Riku Tazumi.
Oh, I remember that.
It was a little on the nose, but it was still pretty damn funny.
Yeah.
They have dozens of pages on LM. Not only do they have dozens of pages on LM, they're trying to they're doxing LM's full name, which I guess is out there anyway. But like they're trying to get him in trouble and involving things that like just don't matter. And it's just like, you guys are retarded. This is why nobody takes Ninja Sisters seriously, because you all are just stupid.
Besides all that, I can't think of to talk about until we hash out the new info that Mizu is going to be going over.
Yeah. I might have to go over new info based on what I'm being sent now. Jesus fuck.
Oh, is it bad?
Some of it is.
Oh no. Is there another stream for the podcast in the future?
I don't know. It might be my personal stream. This is my little.
Let Mizu take this project on. Unless it boils over again, close enough to next podcast, we will leave it as Mizu project.
Yeah, Mizu can have it.
And the thing is, I don't want to like. If I did anything, I would like to do like a little list of like what talents are clearly just there because they have to be, right? Because I don't want people that are still there to like get hate for it just for being there. Because first off, I have to read through this contract. This contract could have a pretty shitty like severance in it. And also, somebody told me their contract had a non-compete. And while that's not legal in the US, I think there's probably plenty of talents that aren't up to date on US law enough to know that that's not legal.
Yeah, talents. Non-competes aren't legal in the US, so you can walk out of that.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that they think if a corporation put it on a paper, then the corporation did their homework and they could force them into it.
Yeah, so if you are part of BondLive, just understand that, right? You can walk. You don't have to stay there.
You have an anchor page for archive purposes on Twitter, Mizu? I don't know what that means. I'm stupid.
Is that like No, never mind. Never mind.
I don't know what that means.
You know, I don't know.
It's like whenever I archive stuff, I have like a bookmarks folder, and then where I put all my Ghost Archive links.
But yeah, if there's any other BondLivers watching, feel free to DM me. I'm already getting some DMs from some people. I have no problem keeping you anonymous, and I have no problem altering some information in slight, inconsequential ways to make sure it doesn't get back to you. Like, that's why I'm not showing the contract, because I don't know if this contract is specific to this person or not. I want to get like just generalities out of it.
Because Mizu's a good boy.
I am. I'm good at protecting my sources, unlike some people.
Exactly.
Can't think. Do you guys think this is a good time, good point to end?
I don't want to farm this for content like other people.
Oh yeah, and a lot of this is petty, right? Like, I would really like to focus on the organization The only reason I'm even talking about the people is because when I tried to talk about the organization, they all kind of came at me.
Well, with any document like that, it's always a good idea to cryptographic comment / timestamps. I don't know what cryptographic means. You're gonna have to dumb that down to fish language for me. All I do is just make links on Ghost Archive and then I put it in my bookmarks folder and sometimes share it with people.
I don't know if this is what they're talking about, but for example, whenever there's pictures of stuff, pictures have like metadata built into them, and you kind of have to try and scramble it a little bit, or you can track it back to who took it, sort of deal.
Oh, I see.
I was about to say, if I need to learn how to do ciphers, I mean, I guess, but okay.
Yeah, it's not that kind of cryptographic. It's like internal systems, right? Where it tracks all the data, like who sent it. I forget what corporation did this, but one corporation sent out like packets to all their employees because they were trying to find a leaker, and each of the packets had like data hidden in the background of them. So whenever they saw the leak, they could download it themselves and see which leak or what packets were included in it, so they could figure out who was leaking. Because every single employee got a completely separate packet with secret metadata attached to it.
Oh, I usually just delete. I usually delete all the metadata data that I usually find on files if I send it out to someone.
It's probably a good
It's
idea.
one of those things, like a lot of people even know that's a thing that happens.
No, that's not what you're talking about. What does that? Well, Toa. You're gonna have to dumb
Chat,
that and
we
dumb
drink
it
tea.
language.
We're not smart enough to know all this stuff.
No, that's why I have a literal computer scientist that is my head mod.
We are the VTuber version of The View.
Okay, that's a little insulting me too. I don't consider myself like, what's her fucking name?
Whoopi Goldberg.
I don't consider myself her or her co-partner. That is like so tedious. It's like painful.
Oh no, I was gonna say we're
show.
Oh, I was gonna say we're the VTuber version of the Soup when Joe McHale was on.
What's the Soup?
I don't know.
You don't know what the Soup is?
Why would I know what the Soup is?
The Soup was like a drama show on E back in like the mid 2000s, and Joe McHale hosted it. It was the fucking best.
Occo? No, chat. No. I will ban you.
A cryptographic commit / timestamp is the mechanism by which you can provide a document exists at a certain time and that it hasn't changed. Oh, okay. You're gonna have to send me something on how to do that. I don't know.
If you're getting flagged for talking about the actual corpo and leadership, you're over the target. Keep talking about them. Yeah.
Agreed.
Agreed. In the future, I'm gonna try and focus a bit more on the corpo. Although, if there's any talents that keep coming swinging at me, I might have to talk about them.
All right. I think this is enough dragging on for now.
It is.
It is. I thank you guys for showing up. I thank you guys for the support. I hate to shill myself, but if you guys will possibly go watch my shorter YouTube video on it, it's only like 20 minutes, and maybe give it a like, because it has been getting spam downvoted all day.
You can encode a unique ID. I hardly know how to post links half the time.
Don't worry, my stuff is muted, so all my stream will hear is music.
Here, chat. I'm gonna share it in chat because I have no problem shilling myself. This is also my podcast, so it would be helpful.
In Communist Under the Tea, it is our podcast here.
Also, I will keep you guys updated in the Discord and on my Twitter if we actually do get any what do you call them, privacy violations. I'm trying to keep an eye on it. I don't think they're gonna go through, but if they do, I will fight it.
If they do, we have a lawyer. Legitimately, we have the lolly on lock.
All right, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. It was fun, and Again, don't harass anybody. Don't go demanding answers from anybody. Just, go on like normal. And if Mizu has an update, he will have a video.
Yeah. Bye, guys. And we're gonna raid you over to Occo because Occo is torturing themselves with like 24 hours of streaming.
I'm almost at 48 hours right now. I have to start up the timer again at 3 hours.
Bye, guys.
I'm
Bye,
debating
guys.
if I should use a third of the super chats and memberships from this stream to count.
Do it. Bye, guys.
Okay.